Igen. Jó. Oké.
Beköszönni magyarul is, nem?
Persze. Köszi. Meg szerintem majd biztosuk sokat az embereket, hogy jöjjenek még, mert ide érnek, meg holnap is jöjjenek.
Abszolút, persze.
Picit későn került ki a meghirdetés. Ja?
Nógrádi Noé és Pintér László, sziasztok! Köszöntünk mindenkit még egyszer itt Sukoron, ahol egy ifjúsági Európa kupát fogtok látni. Először Magyarországon az IFSC és az MHSS szervezésében nemzetközi sportmászó ifjúsági Európa kupa versenyt láthattok, mégpedig boulder versenyszámban. Nagyon-nagyon izgatottak vagyunk, hiszen nem csináltunk még ilyet, legalábbis a csapat még itt ilyen versenyt nem szervezett. Nyilván az OQS-sel tavaly azért elég komoly feladatot láttunk el, de alapvetően azért ez a fajta versenysorozat egy teljesen más és egy építkezésnek az első lépcsőfoka. 26 országból közel 180 versenyző nevezett erre a Boulder Európa kupára, köztük 20 magyar versenyzőnek szoríthatunk az egész hétvégén, és rögtön itt az elején szögezzük le, hogy ha még nem vagytok itt, akkor gyertek. Gyertek ma is, holnap is.
Gyertek, ma még ideértek, megnézhetek a kvalikat, holnap pedig a döntőket reggeltől kezdve. Szeretettel várunk mindenkit.
So let's talk about English.
Oh yes, we're gonna switch to English.
Yes, we have to because we have international viewers out there. Hopefully, many of them. Many of you are here, of course, at the scene, but a lot of people are going to watch through the live stream. So please welcome to the Hungarian IFSC European Cup, Youth Cup in Sukoro. This is about like 40-50 kilometers to the southwest from Budapest. The first time ever in Hungary, Youth European Cup in Boulder will be organized this weekend, today, Saturday, and of course the finals tomorrow. So now we are starting with the qualifications, U17 and U19. So under 17 and under 19 are the both age categories, and of course we are looking for the finalists for tomorrow. From all categories, male and female, we're going to have 10 people reaching the finals, and altogether we have 26 countries and almost 180 climbers present at the scene. So
maybe we should talk a bit about the format. So there are going to be 2 circuits, 2 rotations of 3 boulders in each sex. The athletes have about a bit more than an hour to rest between the two cycles of competition. This is a qualification round, what we are seeing now. So that means that athletes are allowed to watch each other. They are allowed to be here inside the arena, so they are not in complete isolation before. They even received some videos about the boulders beforehand in order to level the field, so that those who are early on in the rotation also have a clue. And we are already having some athletes on the wall right now. We have the first Hungarian competitor who just came out. And we have on men's boulder A group, boulder 1, we have a competitor who already secured a zone. As you can see, the guys' boulders are a bit more of a powerful style this time around, as we were notified by the route setters.
The venue is absolutely brand new. This is an academy for kayak and canoe sports, which is very popular in Hungary, of course. This is a huge academy that has been built and was inaugurated last year. And this has enough space to make room for a boulder wall, which we have the bigger one, the longer one, which is a permanent wall. And we, of course, have a temporary boulder wall, a shorter one. That's also part of the competition this weekend.
That's exactly right. And this is really going to require a lot of attention if you're watching, because soon enough we'll have 12 athletes competing at the same time on all of these boulders. Right now everything is a bit more quiet because we are just having the first ones coming out. We see on the women's first slab there was quite good try just a moment ago. So as usual, you will be able to see various types of boulders. You will see some slab, you will see some coordination, some power boulders.
It's going to be interesting which nations are going to be the strongest this weekend.
Yes.
Here in Hungary. We await the British team, the Italian team, and of course the Spanish team to perform very well. But as we have already said, it's 26 countries. We have a pretty strong Czech team here at the scene. We have the Germans, we have the Austrians. So a lot of pretty strong nations, usually traditionally strong nations in climbing. And we are really excited to see who is going to be the best one. I had the chance to talk to the Icelandic coach. They had a pretty mellow travel from Iceland here to Hungary like 2 days ago, so they had a little bit chance to get themselves familiar with the place.
In the meantime, we are seeing I think a Belgian and a Czech competitor, a female and a male, very near the top on both sides, and oh, she nearly had it. And let's see up as well. So both managed to just make contact with the final hold, but this seems like a promising start.
It is, and it's of course very important that the new counting system is in place this year. So it's no more top zone and zone and the top. It's the numbered, the 5 and the 10 points zone and the 25 points for the top. So this is the new counting system in place this weekend.
Exactly. We are seeing on the women's first slab some action, as well as the men's, one of the more powerful boulders with a Spanish athlete.
That's a very nice move there.
Oh,
wow.
And I think we have the first stop of the competition.
That was a nice try.
Yes. It seemed like an easy warm-up kind of work for the athlete.
Right now we are with this under 17 age group, guys and women.
We are also having, in parallel with this event, another IFSC event this weekend, which is the World Cup in Bern. So a lot of the teams are there. Some teams decide to send their 19-year-old athletes already to the adult division. So we have in the U17 age group we have the top of the top, and the U19 age group is a bit divided between here and already going to the adult comps. The Czech athlete on the men's boulder is trying again, the one who nearly topped just now. And let's see. Oh, and with a heel hook, the heel hook he managed to nearly hold it. Very powerful boulder. At the same time, in Group B's first men's boulder, there was also nearly a top. And we are seeing the Belgian athlete on women's Group B boulder 1, again struggling. She was very near just before. Oh, there we see her. Oh, again, just barely made contact. There's a lot of action going on here. I really recommend everyone to... yes, köszi. Adom neki.
Thank you very much, guys. So the next 4-minute session starts, which means we have Rafael Kazbekova coming from the Ukraine, and of course Daphne Dubois from Luxembourg coming. Already we have seen Emma Turska from Slovakia, Naya Isak from Slovenia, and Anne Gislen from Belgium, and also from Austria, Anja Meyer, from Italy, Leonora Lucarelli, and the Portuguese girl Sofia Cabazo. They are already out on the boulders.
Exactly. And Rafael Kazbekova is the little sister of Yevgenia Kazbekova, who of course we all know from the adult circuit for her wonderful and powerful climbing. And we have a top. We have a top in women's A group boulder 2.
Leonora Lucarelli. She was the one topping out there. And 28 is Daphne Dubois from Luxembourg.
Looks like a very, very struggly, powerful boulder, that one as well. At the same time, we are seeing some slab climbing on A group 1.
The athlete?
And the first top, I think.
Yeah.
On the slab there.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
Big cheers from the crowds, from the competitors as well.
Yes, so encouragement and even data giving is allowed on the qualification round here. And oh, we have 2 Hungarian climbers at the same time.
Exactly. Attila Szász was the number 74. Of course, he gets a big cheer. We have 20 Hungarian athletes performing this weekend. Many of them have a great chance to show themselves on the European circuit. Some of them are doing it for the first time. Some of them are really seasoned competitors, also having some chance to get into the final, which is very, very hard. Of course, this format doesn't allow a semi-final round, so you have to perform in the qualifications because you have to be in the top 10 to reach the final. And of course, from 46, 48, 50 competitors to reach the top 10 is very, very hard. We are expecting in the women's round, maybe 5 tops or 4 probably would be enough, but 5 should be more secure to reach the final. In the guys round, normally it's like 4 to 5 tops. that are needed in the qualification. So this is pretty hard.
Yes, for sure.
The guys have been warming up since 7 a.m. in the morning, so they have been here like more than 2 hours now. And of course, they have to take care of the skin of their hands.
Yeah.
You just cannot kill your hands.
Yes, and these are freshly built boulders, quite clean holes, which usually means a lot of friction, a lot of peeling. And you have to be also strategic, of course, to leave some skin for if you're hoping to get into finals.
Absolutely. The first thing you have to avoid is like bleeding hands, because of course with that you are not allowed to climb. Now Hungarian guys.
And we are hearing the cheers, he's fighting. Oh, it's not enough.
That was pretty close. That was pretty close for making a top.
Yes. Oh, we are already at the end of the rotation, so they have 15 seconds to rotate.
Yeah, that was the try of Attila Szász on that boulder. He almost topped it out, but I don't think it's going to count as a top. He was not holding the top hold as well. So new climbers are coming out from the Ukraine. We have Yeva Styankova.
We also have we'll also have the pleasure of seeing for the first time some attempts on some of the boulders that haven't yet been used. And men's group A third boulder and women's third boulder there as well. Both look quite wrestly, especially this one with the black big volumes.
Do you already have a favorite boulder from these, or you still need to?
Yeah, not enough time has passed. Not enough time has passed for me to be able to say. But I think the women's A group 3 looks very technical. You have to maintain tension a lot, it looks like to me. So that looks like it's going to be interesting and challenging. And this one with the many black volumes. Right now with the track athlete looks like true struggle. Meanwhile, maybe it's interesting for the viewers as well that this competition has also been connected to a route setting workshop that the IFSC held here in Sukoro in the days prior to the comp, which is an excellent new initiative by the IFSC to take a strong role in training and creating exchange opportunities for route setters around the world.
Which is practically the base of the whole competition scene, because the route setting decides the competition. You can set a route for a specific type of climber, or you can set a route for another specific type of climber. So it's pretty hard to find a balance that is good for or fair for the whole competition field.
Yes, like just a second. I think we might see a top finally on this boulder. Yes, Spanish athlete. Same, I think we should watch this athlete because he's the same guy. Can you find his name?
Yeah, Bernat Monet-Guitard.
Yes, so he topped also on the first boulder pretty quickly. So he might be one of the rising names. So here it's, by the way, there is, like in qualification, there is no ranking. So it's randomized, the order in which athletes come out. So their previous results do not factor into the order of appearance. So you will see a very mixed level experience.
But I think it's very, very interesting to see these young athletes competing, that you are going to see the future of the adults scene. For example, as I remember when I was watching the first Olympics and Alberto Gines Lopez came out on the scene from Spain, I didn't expect him to perform that well. Of course, the format was for him a little bit his type.
Yes.
But now watching all these young Spanish athletes coming up,
Yes.
of course Spain has a huge tradition in climbing, also rock climbing, also expedition, big mountain climbing. But to see them on competition climbing to perform so strong, it has been probably a little bit interesting or new before, but now we need to watch out those guys,
yes,
because
for sure.
they are really strong.
For sure. And climbing is also becoming more and more popular, which means there are more people starting at a young age, acquainting themselves with the sport, so talent can be discovered earlier on. So we are seeing a big emergence of the young generation in this sport now.
Next rotation has just started. 4 minutes counting down for the next round of boulders. And for all of those for you who are new to competition climbing, there are 3 main disciplines. Lead climbing, which is of course with the rope secured climbing, big wall 50 meters high. Then we have the speed climbing, which is of course, as its name suggests, it's only going for speed, also 50 meters high, standardized wall. And this is the 3rd discipline, boulder, which might be probably for the younger generation the most interesting, the most exciting, because you have practically unlimited possibilities to train. These walls are 4.5 meters high, and of course these are specific boulders that you have to perform.
We are seeing at the same time. Oops. Oh, it was a strong attempt just until that point. She seemed to have struggled a bit less than her previous competitors.
And of course, traditionally bouldering comes from rock climbing background. In the past times, like in the 60s, 70s, or even before, when climbers didn't have the chance to make the big sport climbing routes or the big walls, the weather was bad and they could train on smaller boulders, and that's where the name comes from. What did you see? That's another top there.
Yes, and we might see a Hungarian top.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's very, very close.
We are very close with
very close.
Fischer. Lily Fischer was on the women's group B, and here looking for who we are seeing.
Leon Fürstner, I think he was the Hungarian one, nearly topping out, no?
Yes.
Leon Fürstner, he's a Hungarian guy.
So really sorry, I interrupted your flow about bouldering's roots in sport climbing and outdoors climbing. Yes, like you were saying that the first bouldering gyms were basically to train for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or even before gyms existed, they have been training on boulders,
yes.
on
national
boulders.
rocks,
That's where the name comes from. But it's a very, very interesting and very new sport. If you say, wow, that's nice.
Again, we nearly had a top.
So it's a really specialized now, boulder and lead, and there are people who are competing, of course, in both disciplines, boulder and lead. Of course, speed is a totally different game. We had all those 3 disciplines in the Olympics in the first part in Tokyo, but as it's fair, they have divided it. In Paris, we had in the Olympics like boulder and lead together, combined, and now for Los Angeles, we have finally the fair type of competition. All the specialists can shine in boulder, in lead, and in speed.
At the same time, we had our first top, I think, in the men's Group B boulder 1.
And slowly we can take a look at the results sheet, because the results are slowly coming in. For example, in the women's comp, if it's absolutely fresh, then Rafael Kazbekova is in the first place with 49.9 points, which means that she only lost 0.1 in 2 boulders.
Which means 1 attempt.
Exactly.
Wasted.
Yeah. That's how it works. If you top the boulder, you get 25 points. If you top it for the first try. If you top it to the second time, it's 24.9. So you lose 0.1 with every failed attempt. And of course, you have the 2 zones that you can reach.
I think we won zone, no? Well, the zone and the top.
Yeah.
We have 2 zones? We have 2 zones, sorry.
It should be,
yes,
yeah.
You're right.
That's a new.
I'm sorry, yeah.
That's a new. So it's 5 points and 10 points for the 2 different types of zones. And of course, the tries are also counting there. So if you make the higher zone, the 10-point zone for the first try, you get 10 points. If you reach it for the second time, you get 9.9 points. So pretty complicated for the first listening, but you can get into it, I think.
Yeah, I think we are finally arriving to sustainable rule system, because the rules have been changing practically every year recently, because it's very hard. This sport is different from most others in that it's hard to come up with a system of comparison, because different solutions are being used by athletes. And we have a top again on the Group A male first boulder. So we don't want everything to be about time, but we don't want any kind of unfairness. So I think there's been a lot of experimentation recently on what is the best way to come up with a point system so that it's fair, distinguishable, and even like this, there are sometimes situations like a few weeks ago when the first place was shared in a sports climbing competition, because even like this, the points were exactly the same, because 2 athletes completed in exactly the same amount of time, exactly the same points in sport climbing. So that can still happen. So they are trying to come up with systems to be able to really separate the athletes in any field.
And it was very interesting to see how it evolved into the Olympics, because the Olympics is a totally different game, and they really had their requirements to be able to make room for sport climbing. And I think it was a huge diplomatic battle and a huge diplomatic effort from the part of the IFSC to make those compromises first, so that it allowed sport climbing to get on the big scene. And now they have the respect, and they have the 3 different disciplines. And I think really the point scoring system is slowly getting there where it should be.
Yeah, I think so, that finally we are getting close to the correct formula. But I also think that there was quite like, maybe we are seeing, is that Rafael again?
No, Yeva Stienkova. Yeva Stienkova from the Ukraine. She's getting close, really close.
Group A second women's
There
boulder.
There she is, number
she
5.
Is with a mantle, pushing downwards and trying to go. It's
pretty delicate move, but it sticks, it looks like.
And
there you go. There's another top.
Wonderful. It's sometimes hard with this type of boulders that she's made quite a few attempts already, and you can get a bit impatient towards the end, but you must not rush when you get to that point, because you can easily just flip backwards.
Yeah, climbing is such a mental game. You have to be so concentrated. You have to keep your calm, which is pretty hard in such competition circumstances. You could be the best climber in the world. If you lose your mind, you lose your head, it's not going to go your way.
So yes, or you can't. You actually can't become the best climber in the world unless you have the mental game. You just can't. Yes, and especially in competitions, there is a lot of pressure often, and many experienced competitors are saying that there is a thread that you forget why you climb in the first place, which is to enjoy it. And they say that in the moment that it becomes more about performance than about enjoying it, that's when you start to have pretty bad injuries, and you start to have a bitterness about it. So recently everybody is often saying, don't forget to have fun. This is about figuring out problems. That's what we call them. These are called boulder problems. So the idea is really that you figure out with your body the solution to a problem.
And it's very, very interesting, but that climbing is, of course, now competition climbing. It's sport climbing, of course, but it's not that type of competition in the sense that other competitions are that you have to be. Of course, you want to be the best. Of course, you also want to beat your competitors, but usually you compete with the Buddha problems. So you wanna beat
Yes.
beat the wall. You wanna beat
Yes.
yourself in the first place, and then of course, secondly, your competitors as well.
Yes. And beating is happening right now. There has been 2 nearly simultaneous stops by 2 guys on the in Group A second boulder and Group B's first boulder of the guys.
Yeah, we have just seen the British guy Tom McCroom from Great Britain, number 78. He's fighting there. Then we have the Hungarian guy, number 54, Leon Fürsner. The Hungarian climbing scene has been evolving in the past years very rapidly. There has been a lot of work put into the local association. The local federation has been working really hard to develop the background behind those guys who are trying to get into the Hungarian team and getting results, of course, getting stronger every year.
We had again 2 simultaneous stops, this time by 2 women. Group A boulder 2 and Group B boulder 2. It's pretty hard to follow, I must admit, the names for 12 boulders.
Yeah, but it's going to be easier tomorrow
Yeah,
with
yes.
the 10 finalists. What I can say in the women's competition at the moment, we have Rafael Kazbekova in the lead. She has already done 3 boulders and she only lost 1 try. So she has 74.9 points from the possible 75 points, which is a pretty strong
Extremely
result.
impressive.
In the second place, we have Anja Meyer from Austria, 49.8, which means she completed 2 boulders and she only lost 2 tries there. And we also have Carolina Gradaski from Italia, 49.8 points, 49.7 for Sofia Cabasso from Portugal, and also 49.7 for Eva Stienkova. So those 5 women are in the lead at the moment from 3 and 2 boulders, or after 3 and 2 boulders they have completed. Pretty strong performances so far from them.
Impressive.
Number 32, who is she? Giorgia Zanetti from Italy. Two seconds and time's up, so it's not gonna count anymore.
Yeah, that's so frustrating when one feels that, you know, you're nearly having it, and then the time is up.
Yeah, that's also one specific part of bouldering and of course lead competitions, that you have a certain amount of time that you have to be able to climb the roads. So if they had unlimited time, they are going to be able to climb all the roads. It's no problem for them. But to solve the problem in 4 minutes, that's another part of the game. So it's not just about power, not just about the movements or the sequences. It's also about your creativity, how well you can read the routes. If you find out what the route setters wanted to do.
Yes. Well, you know, at least this time they received these kind of guidance videos on the climbs.
But it doesn't make them any easier.
Yes, that's for sure. That's for sure. And also you only see one beta, and maybe that's not the one that suits your skill set or the one that suits your proportions and body, so they still have to think creatively. We are seeing a crack come in here as well, a little bit on one of the women's boulder we've just seen before. It's a old new fashion But I suppose in bouldering competitions it's an absolutely new fashion since the legendary competition where Adam Mondra was the only one who understood what to do with a crack. It's become a thing to every once in a while sprinkle some of those into the competition circuit.
There we have Yevastchenkova again from the Ukraine, number 5. She's now second.
And that was beautifully done. She learned from her previous attempt.
And that's number 7. She's Neva Pirš from Slovenia. Of course, the Slovenian climbing team pretty hard and pretty experienced and very strong.
Very strong and
behind
very
the
trained
stars.
on rock.
Yeah. But of course, they have a lot of rocks to train on.
Exactly. Yes.
Small country with big mountains.
So here we see this crack, which I just talked about. It's a very particular type of technique to hold that well. You can see those who are not used to it will try to convert it to edges, meaning that they are pulling on it as if it was an edge, whereas in crack climbing you're supposed to actually insert your hand and make it into some kind of shape so that it's completely stuck inside, and it's pretty scary to do it sometimes.
And mostly those people who are climbing on traditional rock, they are probably better in that type of movements.
Yes, for sure, for sure. It comes up more often than in a boulder gym, that's for sure.
Wow.
Wow, what a beautiful coordinated move. And now will we see this? There was nearly a top just in the previous attempt here, and we finally have it.
There you go.
This was beautiful. On this boulder, if you're viewing, you can see illustrated how quickly the athletes in climbing are learning from the different attempts. You know, you get stuck at one point, you go back to it, and if you are used to it and you are doing a lot of bouldering, you're able to adjust exactly just what's missing, and then you make another attempt, you go a bit further, and so on. That's also, if you do it over long term, that's what climbers call projecting. And we had another top.
Number 33, she's Ela Trembova from Slovakia. And now the time's almost up for the Slovenian girl, 3 seconds.
So, yes.
No top for her.
Yeah, but as we saw just before, this is not helped by having to rush. This move is a wrestling type of move where you have to be really, really accurate because you're standing on a tiny thing. Your foot might pop out from under you.
The next 4-minute session starts. And in the women's competition, we have the 2 Ukrainian girls in the lead. Rafael Kazbekova 74.9 and Yevastchenkova 74.5. So she had 4 more tries to top those 3 boulders. And then we have pretty close competition behind them. Anja Mayer, Karolina Gradaski and Sofia Carasso. All of them within 0.1, 0.2 points behind just. Who we are going to see from Denmark, number 34. She's Carolina Österlund. Pretty nice to see the Danish team with the high numbers of climbers. Usually it's not the country with the highest mountains.
Exactly. Yeah, it's unusual also.
I can feel that.
Yeah. Yes.
But I think even we have more traditional or natural rocks than Denmark. Of course, they have Greenland, but that's a pretty big rowing from from Denmark to Greenland.
Yes, it's no wonder that typically in Europe we have a lot of French climbers. They have amazing mountains there. Italians, Slovenians. And we have a top.
Yeah, Thomas Kroom from Great Britain.
But recently you can see on the competitors in bouldering at least less characteristics about the local rock and mountain climbing that they might have, and more the style of setting that they have in their gyms. So that's more what is informative, I think, nowadays about what athletes are doing. So some nations are known for their powerful boulders, some nations are known for their amazing training in coordination or in slab. The French are famously good at slab, and they set that very well. So it's interesting. This is one of the reasons that the IFSC is also trying to coordinate exchanges between route setters of different nations, so that they learn from one another and don't become overly specialized in one or the other style.
We have the Italian girl again, Carolina Gradaschi. She still has more than 1 minute to top this route out, but doesn't stick to it. And then we have one of the Hungarian girls, Lili Fischer. She's very well known here in Hungary, a young member of the Hungarian climbing team. Nice try.
Just a tiny bit missing on both occasions. I see, like in general, that the level is well calibrated in that we see very valid attempts. It's not like there is no one who is struggling to even start a boulder or falls off very low. We can see that that the level is realistic for these athletes. So I hope and I think that there we'll see quite a good separation. Lily's trying again.
Yeah, sometimes it's even hard to just start the route.
Yes, yes. We see that sometimes with the more jumpy starts. Of course, the most sad example to this is when shorter climbers like Aimori is just really trying to start something that the others nearly reach from the ground.
Yeah, she is legendary about that.
Yeah,
the poor girl.
Those are sad moments, but supposedly they calculate with it and they say that if she jumps, you know, energetically enough, she should be able to reach it. I'm not sure.
And she hits back with the lead climb then.
Yes, yes.
So they wanted me not to be able to climb boulder. Okay, then I'm going to top out the lead one.
Yes. In any case, here we are seeing very good attempts, and we see a great determination. You know, we see also the screen that you who are viewing from home are seeing. So you typically see one climber at a time, and we are seeing a large number, 12. Well, not yeah. Now it's becoming 12 climbers at a time, and some of the moves here are showing such commitment and determination on part of the athletes. There was just before quite a huge barn door on women's boulder 2 of the A group. Barn door means when your feet comes off and just your two hands are there and your body's trying to kind of like open down from the wall, and it takes a lot of strength to, like now almost, and it takes a lot of strength to bring it in. And we can see that these young athletes are really trying their hardest and are trying to bring it back in whenever they are about to open down.
Already climbers watching their hands, watching the skin, how much it was lost.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's managing the skin is probably the hardest part of this game.
Yeah, well, one of them, I guess.
Yeah. 7-9, we have again Mikkelsen, Askavit Mikkelsen from Denmark. And if we take a look at the scoreboard for the men, because we have already discussed how the girls are performing, but the scoreboard for the men is a little bit more interesting. We haven't seen 3 tops yet from 3 boulders, although we have men who have performed on 3 boulders already. Timotej Čermák from Czech Republic is leading with 59.7 points from 3 boulders.
Yes, sorry. Meanwhile, we've just seen another Spanish top. So
yeah, cool.
The Spanish team. Sorry, back to you.
No, it's okay. 59.7. That's for Čermák, and then we have for the Austrian Adrian Katan, 59.4, And Thomas Kroom, the British guy, is in third place with 59.2. So those guys surely have performed 3 boulders already, but none of them could top out on 3 boulders. That's 2 tops and 2 higher and 1 higher zone.
So what we saw just here on the crack is that move we call Gaston, when you're trying to, when you're applying force in a way that as if you're trying to like open that crack. So we have seen already many creative solutions to avoid using the crack as it was intended. That was a beautiful attempt. With a bit more conviction, it can surely go. That's big dyno. Sometimes you can see that what is missing is a bit of conviction. And now we have the next rotation. In this competition, the athletes are brushing for themselves. On the big ones, there are separate brushers who are just being commanded, brush here, brush there. Athletes can ask them to clean this or that hole, but here they're doing it for themselves. But what I heard from some competitors is that it can actually be useful. It can be a source of information, because as you are brushing, you are understanding a bit more the angle of a hold, or the texture of it, exactly. So it can even be something you can factor in before you first get a chance to hold those holds.
Now let's see how it evolves. We still have in the girls part the 2 Ukrainian girls in the lead, Rafael Kazbekova and Yeva Stienkova.
We have another top on men's Group A Boulder 2.
And we have another Ukrainian girl, Ruslana Arnaut, number 36. She's trying as well. And now 32 is getting ready, Giorgia Zanetti from Italy. There's Giorgia on women's boulder 3. Nice coordination move, but couldn't stick it.
Nearly over-jumped it.
Yeah.
With coordination, it's one thing that you arrive there. It's another to not arrive too far.
Of course, this event is a pretty big social gathering for all the Hungarian climbing scene. We have just seen the president of the Hungarian Federation, Ildikó Kondracs. By the way, she's the only Hungarian Federation president who's a woman. And I'm not sure that's a good thing, but I mean, for us it's a good thing all together that we only have one woman leading federation. We could improve on that, I think, on that part. But she is doing a great job. There has been a whole lot of organizational work put into this event, also on part of all the volunteers.
For sure, yes, of course.
They have been really, really working very hard for the past weeks now to set this event up. And it's so nice to see so many climbers coming from Europe to compete here.
Yeah, I hope that they will have a chance to hang out a bit in our gyms as well. I think they did go a little bit just prior to the comp for some light climbing, just like before the OQS that took place last year. We had some national teams in the gyms of Budapest. It was great.
So number 36 again, Ruslana Arno. A lot of tries are going to be spent now on these boulders. Time is running out, so everybody's rushing now. 4 seconds. And it looks like this session is again ended. Which means we are at 9:50. So next climbers coming out. Another round of climbers again. From Great Britain, we are going to have Martha Frost Mullen. She's going to be the new one. And also Maya Chapman, also from Great Britain. Who haven't we mentioned yet? Anna Erhardt from Austria, she has already climbed as well. From Ireland, we have Faye Shields. And we have an Icelandic lady, Jenny Dora Haldorsdottir, sorry. And also the Czech Adela Bodanska, and from Slovenia, Eva Škrec. They are also already out on the mats. Then we have from Spain, Udane Mugisalasa. Ela Trembrová from Slovakia. Österlund, we have already seen Karolina Österlund from Denmark, and we have from Serbia, Milena Casetta. And also the Italian Virginia Bresolin. They have already tried their luck on their first boulders. And it looks like after 3 boulders that the Ukrainian girls have a little bit stepped away from the field, because both of them have topped all 3 boulders. Rafael Kazbekova 74.9, so she only lost 1 try. Yeva Styankova 74.5, so she lost 5 tries there. And the next one, the third one, is Karolina Gradaski, but she only had 59.7, so she couldn't top the third one. She only got 10-point zone on the third boulder for her. We are still waiting for Anja Meyer from Austria, and also Sofia Cabato from Portugal to give a try on the third boulder. Time is running pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Look at that hook, the toe hook. That was a very nice move. Batman style.
Yeah, it's something that I'm noticing now, and I don't know if I'm just like seeing more boulders, qualification boulders at the same time than usual, because I'm here live and not just watching it from home. But it seems to me that it's a very toe hook heavy competition. There are a lot of toe hooks around.
Maybe we should commentate in toe hook.
Yes, because interestingly, so there are 2 types of hooks that we use. Typically is heel and toe hooks, and usually heel hooks are more often applicable. But in this competition, I'm seeing a lot of problems that are set with a toe hook solution in mind.
That's also a very nice part of the route setting, that the route setters have something in mind that they want to implicate, they want to see back on the wall, so they set a route that they had an idea how it could be solved. And the best or most funny thing is when the competitor finds a totally different type of sequence.
Yes. It's what we call a beta break.
Yeah.
So when you manage to crack the intended way of climbing a problem or solving a problem, and coming up with your own way, which is sometimes simpler, and sometimes more complicated than the original one that was.
But still works.
But still works, and that's the point. It works for you, then it's great.
Yeah, the art of the whole thing is to try to spend so little energy as possible.
Exactly.
So just to save energy for the later rounds, and also if you get into the final.
Yes, to be as efficient as possible
Yeah.
with your power, your endurance. So there we saw, for example, a very good little way of saving effort just here on the climber from Luxembourg. She was doing a tiny little knee bar to the side of this yellow volume. That's for example, oh, and this is a barn door. So this is what I mentioned before. That's a very barn doory move. It's not the first athlete who is almost opening down, but you can see the commitment in holding that in. It's a bit of a shoulder killer moment.
She's Eva Škrlec from Slovenia, slipping down with the toe.
Yes, well, that's for example, that's a good illustration of what a heel hook is. So that's the other one. We mentioned toe hooks already, and heel hook is the other way that you sort of hook and then pull yourself with the help of your foot on top of a hold. I'm not certain that a heel hook is the best there.
There's Jenny Dora Halldórsdóttir from Iceland, number 10. It's nice to see the Icelandic team traveling so far and competing here at the European scene.
Yes. Well, we have cheap flights now. We can come and go.
Yeah.
Many people prefer to visit Iceland for summer.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful land. Number 34 is Carolina Österlund from Denmark with the red shirt.
Oh yes,
And there's the top. Nice one from Eva Škrlec.
Very nice. I wonder if she used again the heel hook or she was stepping that.
And she's getting there in the top 3 now. Eva Škrlec, she has 2 boulders, 2 tops, 49.8 points, so only lost 2 tries.
That's impressive. So we see the little mini side knee bar here to save some of the effort.
She's Lola Iva Slavadza from Luxembourg, sounding Italian.
And we have the crack here. Some desperate wrestling with this, pulling on the crack.
And now only 40 seconds to left for these boulders. Österlund doesn't find the clue yet. She's asking for a brush. Then we have number 82, who's a young Slovakian climber, Michal Michal. And now Slavadze again from Luxembourg, 14 seconds. Let's see if she can stick this one. 10 seconds.
Let's not rush, let's not rush.
Yeah, ups, it's not gonna stick now.
So here, because of the direction of the hold, you can only truly hold that hold if you manage to kind of flow with your with your center of gravity to the opposite side. Yeah. So because her center was only in front of the hold, she sort of slid down on it.
You really need to understand physics to be a good climber, right?
Yes, I think so, yes.
That's not a good news for those who are not good in physics.
One of the Hungarian competitors, female competitors, Boglárka, we just learned before that she also competes in robotics competitions. And we were commenting on how well knowledge about physics can help in both disciplines of robotics and in climbing. Unlikely pairing, but in a way it makes sense.
Yeah.
We have the next rotation.
And again, now we have like four or five girls after 2 boulders who are really, really close together. 49.9, 49.8 and 49.7. These are Adela Bodanska from Czech Republic, she's getting up. Anja Mayer from Austria, Škrlec from Slovenia, Milena Kaseta from Serbia, and Sofia Cabazo from Portugal. Those girls are pretty good, following Kazbekova and Stienkova, who are already after 3 boulders. Number 13, who's she?
Jenny Dora Hallórsdóttir from Iceland. Ah, no.
No, she's Frost-Mullen, Martha Frost-Mullen from Great Britain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why. What kind of list am I seeing?
Probably you're looking for
yes,
the placement and not the bib number.
I found the right one, yeah.
It's cool. Never mind.
Sorry.
And there's an Italian competitor. He's Leonardo Donola, number 61.
Wow, what a focus! In these moments, you can truly understand the spirit of slab climbing.
Yeah.
You have to be super meticulous. You have to fully have focus, not allow yourself to rush. Place your feet well. You have tiny jibs to hold on to, which are just to help you balance.
Sometimes not even breathe.
Sometimes not even breathe, exactly. Oh, and she slipped off finally before finding her next foothold.
She's Milena Kaseta now, 35, falling down. She's from Serbia. And sometimes those moves or those tries seem to be so easy, but of course when they fall down, then you see how hard they are breathing. So it's it might seem easy, but
yes,
you don't have unlimited power.
Yes, for sure. Oh, and we have up top.
That's nice. So that was
Martha Frost-Mullen,
yeah,
who I mistook before.
It's okay. She's gonna forgive you, I think.
I hope so. I think we had the first stop on that boulder on women's group B boulder 3, which is a boulder we didn't see a lot on the big screen. I hope we might get a closer look at it at some point.
Oh, there you go. There's the top.
Oh, with the slab.
8 seconds to go, and she made it to the top.
Another thing why athletes breathe quite heavy when they come off a boulder is because I hear that this still keeps being a problem once you're a professional competitor, is that you hold back your breath sometimes. Even though you would really need for your blood to be saturated with oxygen, but because of the excitement and you're trying to give all your focus,
just hold your breath back.
They also forget to breathe sometimes. So everybody has like different kind of strategies to push themselves to breathe. There are even breathing coaches who help high-level athletes to have good breathing patterns. I guess in bouldering, you know, you can maybe do a boulder like this, but in sport climbing, you cannot afford to not have a good breathing technique.
So number 40, there's a Spanish girl, Abril Farus Soriano. Then we have again Lola Ivaslavadze from Luxembourg, trying hard. Black shorts, black shirt, number 38. There she goes, and it looks like she has topped it out. Nice one. Now we follow the Spanish girl, Soriano Farus.
And is that Eva Király? No. Yes, it is.
Yes. One of the strongest Hungarian competitors. Number 14.
Extremely high heel to be converted to a step.
She's 16 years of age, coming from Eger, which is in the northern part of Hungary. 3.5 years experience for competition climbing for Eva Király, and she was in her age category first in the 2024 Hungarian Champions Cup series, and she was 13th in Graz in the European Cup this year. That was probably her best international result so far. That's the number 14, Eva Király.
Let's see if Eva manages this time around. I think it should be flipped to a step this, because she's still on her heel with the left, and I think she seems pretty flexible. If she can already initially step it with, you know, the front of her foot, then it would make life easier.
Number 88, Csanád Répcevölgyi. He's also a Hungarian guy.
It's an unusual and nice feeling to have so many Hungarians.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, altogether we have 20 Hungarian climbers this weekend, and it's because the national quota is as a organizing country is a little bit higher. So instead of the 3, we can get 5 competitors per age group and per sex to compete.
It was a bit rushed in the end by the Spanish athlete.
So number 86, Marcos Vakondios from Greece. Quite a dynamic move for that start of the boulder. 6 seconds. Yeah, time's running out for those guys now. And Csanád also not sticking that move. And now a little bit change in the leaderboard in the girls competition. Rafael Kazbekova still leading, 74.9, but now Eva Škrlec from Slovenia is second, 74.7. She has taken over second position from Jeva Stjenkova. And then we have the Czech girl Adela Bodanska, 74.5, and Milena Kaseta, 74.2. So that's the top 5 now after 3 boulders. Still pretty close on the women's leaderboard. Let's see how the guys are performing. We still don't have 3 boulders now, 3 tops, any of the guys. Timotej Čermák from the Czech Republic is leading, 59.7. Then we have Matteo Tranquilli, 59.5 in the second place, and Leonardo Donola also from Italy, 59.5. That means those guys have topped out 2 of the 3 boulders and made a 10-point zone on the third one. So no 3 tops at the men yet.
So that looks like the route setters have calibrated well the level of hardship. And it also looks like our intel was correct, because we were warned that the Czech team and the Italian team might excel today.
Exactly. Exactly.
And with women, we still have 2 Ukrainian competitors in the top place, and Czech competitor Adela Bodanska on the third. But we are very early on. There's still a lot to come.
Two minutes down the clock. Little bit rest from the guys, preparing for the next attempt. There's again the girl from Great Britain, number 13. Already forgot her name, sorry. Martha Frost-Mullen.
Britain can be proud to have a rising star, Erin McNeice from the British climbing team. She's doing amazing recently. So I think we can expect good things from Britain in the near future.
Yeah, but they have done in the past few years, it's pretty exceptional.
Yeah.
Seeing also Toby Roberts performing at the Olympics is brutal. How they have reached that level so quickly.
Definitely.
Of course, a lot of work sticks in that, but still pretty impressive.
For sure.
52 seconds on the clock. Also, the competitors are checking the clock, how much time they still have left to make those boulders.
Meanwhile, we see Kata Domahidi from Hungary.
Yeah, that's number 41. 22 seconds. Getting big cheer from the Hungarian crowd. Now that's a hard one.
That's a hard one. Will she figure out that she has to flip her body to the right side on the last hold?
Oh. Yeah, but
it was a bit undercommitted, unfortunately.
Yeah, still pretty muscly move. Okay, last 8 seconds, but no tries at the moment. We have been talking about the Italians, one of those nations who have a great chance to make it to the finals and even on the podium this weekend. They had a big tragedy. Christian Brenna, who was really a big legend of Italian climbing, has just passed away a few days ago. Rest in peace, Christian.
And do we already have an...
Yeah, she's Eszter Kardos-Kósa, also from Hungary, having a chance to compete on the European Cup scene.
It's her first boulder of the first competition of this level that she has a chance to attend, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, and she's, of course, under 17, but she's well under 17. She's 14 years of age.
Oh, wow. She's already climbing boulders that we can only hope to maybe start.
She has already started setting boulders. Yeah, that's cool.
She's holding it in. She's keeping the power. Can she statically flip herself to the right side in order to hold that? No, that was a true wrestle.
I was suffering with her.
Yes, she was trying to stay static with it. And we have another Hungarian competitor on the slab, if I'm seeing correctly. Who is she?
Really interesting about Esther that she's only 14 years of age, but she has already started the route setting also, and she's helping out with coaching already.
Oh, wow, yeah. Amazing. So I think it's Lena Galambos that we see, but I'm not sure on the slab.
Nice one.
Yes, good accuracy, determination is what you need here.
It's such a tiny crimp that she's trying to hold. Look at the concentration on her face.
Yeah. Yes, so that is Lena Galambos. I confirm, will be 18.
It's all about balance. Wow. Oops.
Oh.
And slipping down with the foot.
Too bad.
She's Eszter again. Eszter Kardos-Kósa, coming from the Mediterranean part of Hungary, from Pécs. That's what we call it. 35 seconds.
We are seeing a crack used as intended. I announce. With proper jamming of the hand.
Yeah.
Do I imagine that the idea was to jam it the other way around? But still, it was a jam.
We have again Eva Kirai, number 14. Not reaching the top hold.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. Oh, oh. Nearly saw a second top there. No.
She still wanted to go back, but the time was up.
Yeah, many times you see a frustration on athletes leaving the wall, still looking back, thinking, oh, I could have done that.
Yeah.
If only I had, like another minute. And we have our next rotation. We have, I think, Ferenc László Böröcki from the Hungarian team on Group B, Boulder 1 for men.
He's an interesting guy. His father is absolutely in the depth of Hungarian climbing as a background person, like organizational stuff. He's doing the computer stuff behind the result systems, the timekeeping stuff, and he's really doing a lot of work, behind the scenes work, how the whole system, the result system is working. So it's absolutely not a coincidence that his son is started climbing. I think so. He's really passionate about it.
Yes.
Number 17.
I suppose compared to some nations, climbing is a young sport in Hungary, and there are just now like a generation that has grown up already with parents who are climbers. No?
Yeah, I probably, but it's interesting. I think there was a hole. I mean, periodically there was like a 10-15 years hole in the development of Hungarian climbing, because usually in the older times, like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, climbing has been a really strong sport in Hungary. Probably not on the competition side, but on the rock climbing, sport climbing side, it was really hard.
Side.
That's also, but I mean the rock climbing, the sport climbing. So how hard grades have been climbed in the 90s. Like Áron Urbanic that time, or even Gábor Babcsán, or you could mention a few other guys who were really leading that time, leading climbers. They were really close to the international level, and then it was a little bit lull in this development, but now it has been started again, and now it's of course systematically trying to build up a national climbing team, and of course the younger ages, the younger generation. So you have refueling for the older climbers. That's important. That's how we see this competition going now.
Meanwhile, there is a younger climber, around 2.5 years old.
Fighting her own boulder.
Fighting her own boulder just next to us.
So cute.
I think we are. I like to think that we are just before a big boom in Hungary, because now a lot of really young kids are, now that we have a good number of gyms already in the country, not only in Budapest anymore.
I'm sure.
I'm hoping that we'll have some better capacities to discover talent, some better facilities where young climbers can test themselves.
Yeah, the recreational part is, I think, growing pretty rapidly. More and
I think we didn't comment that the Czech Vanda Chalupkova has stopped her boulder, so she's already left the mats. And the round is already over.
So far, 5 girls have topped out all 3 boulders. And still Rafael Kazbekova is in the lead, 74.9 points, which means that she has flashed 2 boulders and only lost 1 try on the 3rd boulder. Eva Škrlec is in second, 74.7. Jeva Stienkova, 74.5, the same as Adela Bodanska from Czech Republic, also 74.5, so they are on level 3rd position at the moment. Milana Kaseta is number 5. As I remember, 75.4, but we will see if it freshes again. Let's see. No, 74.2, 74.2. So those 5 girls have completed or topped out 3 boulders. So let's see the other round of climbers. And was there anyone from the guys already topping out 3 boulders? No, still not. Still Timotej Čermák from the Czech Republic in the 1st position, 59.7. Matteo Tranquilli, 59.5, and Leonardo Donola, 59.5. So no change in that, the top 3.
We're seeing Csanád Repcevölgyi from Hungary. This coordination e-boulder.
Now we have number 16.
Maja Juszczyńska
Yeah.
from Poland, and just missing the top hold.
And now Lena Galambos, number 18, Hungarian climber. Not being able to overcome that part of the boulder. Yet, exactly.
So far we have seen typically the climbers who have attempted that boulder already, they typically flipped a few times from that step, but then managed to figure it out. So let's hope that she will do so as well. Meanwhile, a teammate from Denmark is putting a live feed of the teammate competing.
Yeah, 34 is Österlund, Karolina Österlund. She's taking the video from her climbing teammate.
Yeah, Seno Jensen. But so far, no luck for Seno.
And no luck for Csanád from Hungary yet.
And Lena is struggling again. The same point, trying to take it to a mantle. Oh, she managed to flip the foot into a step instead of a heel. Will she manage the mantle? No, she flips. And we have the Polish competitor. Now that there are so few seconds left, you can see the desperation a little bit.
Exactly.
Everybody is trying to like increase the effort. Quickly.
Yeah. So 15 seconds changeover. Next athletes coming up. I wonder if we are going to see any 3 tops from the men's side. Still no 3 tops yet.
Yes. Well, we still have a chance to see that. We're still at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a long day.
So number 17. Wanda Chalupková from the Czech Republic. Let's see where she stands at the moment. 16th at the moment with the Portuguese girl Natercia Crisanto, 34.7.
There was already a top on women's group B Boulder 1 by just did it in such a short time.
Chalupková again. Still haven't figured out the beta for that boulder. And half of her time is already up. 2 minutes to go for this one. There she is again.
Well measured.
Yeah, now the tricky part. That part is a little bit more static.
Yeah, beautiful dropping.
Yeah.
And again, the problem is that the center of gravity didn't become perpendicular to the hold.
So 89 is Max Jakob, Croatian climber. Successfully topping out that boulder. A little bit more than 1 minute to go from this round. 93 is Samuil Garbov from Bulgaria.
Yes, and I think I found the girl who just topped out before Ida Krishtokova, I think she was. Oh, I think she flashed Group B's first boulder.
Yeah, that's an important expression. Flashing a boulder is sending it for the first try.
Yes.
Another expression is sending, of course.
Yes, sending.
You are sending nobody nowhere, but
Yes.
you just successfully climb the route. That's what we call sending.
So yeah, and of course, you know, if we are explaining expressions, important topping as well is when you hold the top hold and control it for at least 3 seconds with both hands.
Yeah.
It's important that it's not your other hand is not on top of one hand. No, both.
You cannot
hands
hang
next
just
to
there.
You can't just hang. Sometimes we have a bit of a premature celebration happening with climbers, and they start waving around and then jumping off, but the top might not have been valid if both hands were not there.
Of course, for every boulder we have a jury person who is watching every move. You have the rules. You have to obey them. So
yes, sometimes you even see climbers on the top hold looking back.
Yeah.
Just to checking with the judge. Do you see what I see? Okay, I have it. Okay, and then I can jump. Then I drop it.
So Lena Galambos is still trying, number 18. Then we have the number 42, who is Eszter Kardos-Kósa, already mentioned before, coming from the southern part of Hungary, from Pécs.
The young coach and route setter.
Exactly, exactly.
Wonderful. I think it's great if you get involved in various areas of the climbing community, not just competing.
And she likes to cook.
As well?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
She's going to be a good team player.
Yes, exactly. There is already a good tendency in Hungary as well to have more and more women and girls join route setting. That can be also a bit of another problem, you know, when route setters set routes, even though you try not to set for your own body type, but often it can still happen that you're pre-configured for this. So I think it's great that women and girls are getting more into it, and we can see a greater diversity of logic and styles for the different boulders in the gyms nowadays.
Now Esther again. Now Lena.
There is a lack of conviction there.
Yeah, sometimes you just reach a point when you're wondering how the hell should this work.
Yes. When it seems very, very far. Something I always tell beginners when they first start climbing, that it's not as far as your eyes are. It's as far as your arm would be. So we often just look from our head and we're like, oh, that seems super far. But then when you actually put the effort in it and put some dynamism in it, you can be surprised. It gets closer.
Number 90 is Vito Rogovic from Croatia. Less than a minute to go for him, as for the others as well.
When it's 1 minute left on the clock, typically it's a good idea to give one good honest try to it. You see such a wrestle here.
There's another one, Mia Gallagher from Great Britain. There she is, number 20.
Yes. And
She just couldn't get over.
too bunched up, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few seconds left.
Yeah, they use the last second as well. Because of course those zones should be important.
Yeah. They can make the difference. But also, I believe this is also a chance to get out as much as you can from a competition experience. Like
Yeah.
for these climbers, they are still collecting mileage. Basically,
Exactly.
they are collecting the experience. Every moment, every try you make on something of this level is going to factor into your future competitive experiences. So it's a great learning opportunity.
Your food is arriving because it's vegan.
Ah, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Around 12.
So we are seeing a true wrestle from Swiss athlete. And the Bulgarian up. Wow, that was an easy top. I think we ought to watch out for this Bulgarian competitor, and I don't think the top will be given on that one, or to the Swiss climber. So let me quickly check the names of those competitors. So I believe it was Ida Kristokova who flashed the boulder that we've just seen before. We are half time now. This round. So this is the moment that often climbers take to rest before the second half of the round. But we're not seeing a lot of resting here. good struggle. So the knee bar is not exploited here.
Zuzanna Lubi from Poland.
Our laptops are now covered in a fine chalk layer. We're trying to follow the...
At least they are not going to be slippery then.
That's for sure. That's important. Oh.
Tina Bobnar from Slovenia, 43.
Wow, you're so good at finding names so quickly.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow, such a strength from the Polish athlete.
Susanna, even though she doesn't really use the little knee bar that could save some energy, she still goes strong. Oh. Oh, and until the last moment, the Bulgarian athlete was trying. It's beautiful to see when someone is really trying to exploit the time as much as possible.
Making use of the last seconds.
Yes.
Another changeover. Who is number 48? She's Mara Matutinovic from Croatia, red shirt on the right side.
Attila Szász from the Hungarian team.
Mm-hmm. And who is number 22? Emma Kalouskova, Slovakia. And there is Mara from Croatia. It's almost 180 athletes competing this weekend here in Hungary. Quite nice attendance from 26 different countries.
Oh, Attila Szász is progressing quite well in the men's A group Boulder 1. Next to him, Alex Haidu is trying as well. Unfortunately, you cannot rush on a slab.
No.
Possible. And here we have the big barn door move, well illustrated.
Yeah, there's the Slovakian girl, number 22, Emma Kalouskova. And there's Mia Gallagher. Yes, Mia Gallagher from Great Britain, number 20. And 46 is Iveta Mamojkova from Slovakia. One and a half minutes to go. Concentrating on the slab. Playing with the balance, very nice. Delicately moving over the other feet. And there's a Hungarian top, as we have hearing the cheer of the crowd. Yeah.
Another top true struggle. That's a beautiful knee bar, well rested.
And who is number 44? She's Marie-Sophie Mailänder from Austria. And there's the Czech climber, number 51, Jaroslav Ambrož.
That was beautifully controlled, floating move.
Oof.
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah.
We've only ever seen few tops, one or two tops on that.
Yeah.
That seems to be one of the difference-making boulders of this group A for the girls.
And she was nearly there.
No, it's from group B. Sorry. Yeah, she was nearly there.
Well, in the women's competition, still in the lead, Rafael Kazbekova, 74.9. So she really only gave one try away. And then we have Eva Škrlec and Yeva Stjankova in the first three places. Adela Bodanska is joint third with Stjankova. Fifth is Milena Kaseta, 74.2. And those 5 women are all those who have topped 3 out of 3 boulders. And then 6th position is Karina Gradaski from Italy, 59.7, so she topped 2 boulders and had a 10-point zone. Tina Bobnar 7th, Ida Christovskova from Bulgaria is 8th in the moment. Anja Mayer from Austria is 9th, and Sofia Cabazo from Portugal is 10th. That's so far how the girls are staying. And in the men's competition is still Timotej Čermák leading, 59.7. So 2 tops and 1 10-point zone. Matteo Tranquilli and Leonardo Donala in the first 3 places. No change in those positions yet. And the British guys are coming in, 6th and 7th place from Tom Kroom and Spike Fullwood.
We are seeing this wrestly boulder.
One minute 40 seconds still to go. Number 45 is Ida Christoskova from Bulgaria, and as we have checked out, she's climbing up nicely on the rankings.
Wow.
She's 7th at the moment.
Yeah, but she's basically flashing everything she has, so how is she only 7th? I don't know.
Yeah, because I think it was only, I don't know.
She seemed to me to be
from the numbers,
very quick.
Yeah, she's 3rd at the moment now.
Yeah, okay.
It was,
yeah,
it was only after 2.
Updated,
exactly,
are updated with a few seconds of lagging.
She was 7th after 2 boulders.
Yeah, she was 7th after 2 boulders.
So now she's 3rd. Kazbekova, Škrlec and Christoskova are the first 3 at the moment. 74.9, 74.7 and 74.6. Very, very close on the top of the women's leaderboard. And who is Ali? 95 is Moreno Gilardi from Switzerland. That's purple.
Imogen Lily.
Yeah.
She's trying, seems very, very bunched up. Usually when you step so high, it's best that you put your foot when your lower body is still quite down, and with a swift movement kind of sit on the top of your high step. But she was trying to do that slowly, and she seemed really too bunched up in order to make that happen. And nobody's trying to exploit the last seconds on this round, I see.
They had enough.
They had enough. It's a big wrestle.
So quick rush and a quick brush, and the next 4 minutes are starting. There's another Spanish guy now, number 53.
Who, without delay,
Yeah,
was jumping onto this boulder hungrily. That's the spirit.
Bernat Monet Guitart.
Oh, and the switching to that heel. I was wondering if you could heal that. It's nice to see that you can. Oh, and that was the near flash.
Yes.
It was a bit too eager, maybe. But here we did see a flash on the women's boulder 2 in Group A. Oh, wow. She nearly dropped back to control the penultimate hold for a second. That was an excellent try.
She was Leonora Lucarelli from Italy, number 2. Already earlier this year we had an international training competition for specific international teams here at this venue, which was probably the first big try.
Oh, wow.
For this competition before. I think as far as I remember, the Romanian team was here, probably the Czech team was here. And it was a great chance to explore the limits of the Hungarian team, of course, and explore the limits of the facilities, try out how it works and stuff.
Yeah, I must say the venue is really, really beautiful and very appropriate for this level of event. So we see again the try of the Spanish athlete. This is Bernat Monet Guitart. And will he be able to match that with enough tension? That looks like a very hard match to make. Oh, and he couldn't control it.
No, 1 minute still on the clock, but I'm not seeing this.
That looked like, yeah, that looked like he squeezed all his capacity on that. There must be something that he still has to notice to take some pressure off. I think he's pretty high up. It seems like a quite slopey hold, which are usually better if you are under them. So maybe he calibrated it a bit too high. And we see this beautiful wrestling. Andrea Locatelli from Italia. It's not many climbers we have seen that high on this male Group A third boulder. Seems like a bit shorter. Oh. But maybe this is a boulder that favors a bit shorter competitors because you have to be pretty wrapped into a little ball in the middle of all those volumes.
So next 4 minutes are starting. First 3 in the women's leaderboard is still Rafael Kazbekova, Eva Škrlec and Ida Hristovskova. Then we have Yeva Stienkova and Adela Bodanska. That's your top 5 at the women's. And Bernat Monet Guitart has jumped in the first place. Now he's shared first position with Timotej Čermák from Czech Republic, 59.7.
I guess,
both.
yeah, I guess it's a good it's going to be one of the separation boulders, this one, because he managed to control zone on it, second zone on it. No, yes. There is just one zone and one top. Yeah.
There we see again Sofia Cabato from Portugal. She's top 10 after 2 boulders.
It's not often that we see Portuguese climbers. So
no,
it's nice to
13.
see. Yes, again we see a non-jamming solution to the crack.
25 is Ema Turska from Slovakia.
Yeah. A bit of an inaccurate placement of the heel, unfortunately, so it didn't stick.
27. Anne Gislen from Belgium. Belgian climbers are also very strong.
Yes, and they are coming up as well, and they are famous for their very burly, bulky, strong climbing.
Two minutes already gone. Gathering strength for the next tries. Nice move. Imogen Lilly, number 23.
That's the move she fell on before, and it's interesting to see. Sometimes it's as though the competitors are sometimes surprised at sticking a move, and then even though they could hold it, they're so surprised that they fall. And you can I think that's maybe what happened now, because she maybe had not expected to stick that. That was a much more accurate heel placement now. Oh, but she pops again. The little side pushing with the knee is what could save some energy on that boulder, but it's not happening now.
Anja Meyer, number 1 for Austria.
Well, this was not amongst the more successful rounds.
No.
But everybody gave it a good struggle, good effort.
Okay, 15 seconds changeover finished, and now running with the brushes to the boulders, and the next 4 minutes are starting. Actually, in the women's competition, we have Rafael Kazbekova still in the first place. Probably not a big coincidence after she has been second in the European Championships, behind Paula Meyer-Forfelder and ahead of the Czech Adela Bodanska in Kurno. That was the place of the European Championship for the youth categories this year.
Yeah. Well, Kazbekova comes from a climber family, not just her older sister, but both of their parents are also climbers and have been competing for a long time. So there is a lot we can expect from the young people of that family.
And she has been also second in the European Cup in Sour in Portugal at the end of April, and third in Molde. So she's having a pretty strong season.
Yeah. We can maybe expect to see her in the adult divisions.
Yeah. Yet only she is still 16. years of age.
And that's a top.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have 3 flashes from Mara Matutinovic.
Really?
75-0. So the Croatian girl is on fire. After 3 boulders, she is leading. Now Kazbekova steps up again to first position, but she has already done 4 boulders, and she only gave out 1 try. So 99.9 points for Rafael Kazbekova. That's 4 tops, 3 flashes. But Mara Matutinovic has 3 tops, 3 flashes, and yet to take a chance on boulder number 4. So she's gonna be a strength to reckon with
Yes,
this weekend.
for sure. Meanwhile, we see Attila Szász, who was just topping his previous boulder on this very, very powerful bunched up one. And then
Bernat again. Bernat Munegitar.
Yes. At the Spanish competitor.
Yes. Hungarian fans and competitors are gathering at the Hungarian boulder, of course.
Yes, there is a bit of a crowd rotation going on here at the venue. Whenever there is a Hungarian competitor, the locals are gravitating towards that boulder.
There was another nice top. So there's Bernat again. He's leading the men's competition at the moment. Now we have 3 joint first positions in the men's competition. Bernat Munegitar, Timotej Cermak and Moreno Gilardi. All 3 of those guys have
the exact same amount of points.
accumulated 59.7 points.
So we will see what will become the separation boulder here. But I am suspecting this black volumey one. Like even securing a zone on that seems to lift you out of the league.
Leonora Lucarelli also has competed her 4th boulder, but she couldn't top out the 4th one, so she has 79.9 points. That means she reached the lower zone on her 4th boulder. And now we have Yeva Stienkova, number 5. She's an interesting one to watch because she was 2nd after 3 boulders. And now she has another possibility to jump up the order.
And we see a beautifully executed heel hook here, but will she be able to switch it to a step? No.
But I think
that's the problem, that unless you switch it to a step, that one, and before you go above it, unlikely to happen.
I think Stienkova has topped out that boulder.
Oh, she did?
I think so. She has slapped it very hard when she jumped out. It's a sign that you have successfully managed to top it out, but we'll see. Yes, she's 2nd now behind Rafael Kazbekova, 99.5. So I think she might have flashed it. or second go.
Meanwhile, I was keeping my eyes on the Belgian Anne Gislen, she's called. Even though we don't really see do we have a French team here? No,
I don't think so.
Not today.
No.
Probably they are in the parallel competition in Bern.
Yeah,
They focus their efforts there.
All of their 15 years.
Well, they are
there.
bringing in a lot of young competitors recently, the French. So even though there are no French here, but we hear "allez, allez" a lot.
Yes, that's what I was trying to express like 15 minutes ago, that there are different cheers that you listen to that you can hear in the competitions, but Ali is the most international probably.
Yes. So here is the heel hook I was talking about. So unless she can flip it to a step, it is very likely she will flip off, yes. So it's better to switch it to a step instead of a heel before you put your full weight on it. And that's something that we have seen a lot of athletes fall over. Oh, that could have easily been it. Could have been. Only a few seconds left, but still an attempt for a zone. No, it's not going to happen. And we rotate.
A kislányom. Úgyhogy mi már egy ideje nem alszunk, és ugye
attempts, good fresh attempts from this next batch of athletes now. Everybody seemed very eager to get on the wall in the beginning of this round. And we have a top. From Swiss athlete, if I remember correctly. And we might have, oh, will he hold it? He didn't hold. Starting to slowly open out. 78. Which was Thomas Kroon, Great Britain, who nearly had the top on men's Group A Boulder 2.
He's fourth at the moment. Fighting for a top 3 position. because he has one boulder less than Bernat Munegui-Tart, the Spanish guy. He already completed 4 boulders. Kroom only 3.
So he's giving his next go. Okay.
It's very interesting to see how the athletes are preparing for the different moves, which you can't see on the screen, but we can see here in front of us.
Oh, she holds it. Amazing. Naya Isak from Slovenia.
And that's Carolina Gradaschi, number 6 from Italy.
And we are on to the next rotation already.
Exactly.
Things are progressing quick here.
And I was just watching the Slovenian team, how the girls are trying their different moves.
Yeah. Yes, you can see some off-wall climbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Here. It's a bit like when you play the air guitar,
Yeah.
but with climbing holds, and you play out the different moves. We can often see it also in the adult competitions when they observe together. Athletes with a similar style typically try to read the routes together.
It's so interesting to see this so-called visualization.
Yeah.
Again, my mind comes to Adam Ondra when he was trying change
Yes.
the 9C route. He was lying on the ground in a room
Yes.
with eyes closed, and he was climbing and also breathing like the same as he would breathe on the wall. It was really like in a virtual reality, but he could so well fathom what he would do
Yes.
there. It was incredible to see, and I haven't seen anybody else doing that stuff so deeply.
Yes. And we have a top. Virginia Bresolin from Italy has topped women's group A boulder 2. Yes, and I just recently heard from Jakob Schubert, who is considered as a more kind of powerful and less thoughtful climber,
Yeah.
that he himself also does a lot of visualization. He was explaining how in competitions, because the attempts matter so much, you have to imagine yourself having climbed already the boulder once you start it.
Yeah.
So you have to imagine in your head that you already tried it 4 or 5 times and very deeply imagine it in order to go there and be like, yeah, it's already my 6th time. It's fine. Like, I can do this.
Again, full concentration.
Yes, but this was not intended to be used as an edge.
No.
Yes.
Seems pretty disappointed with this effort, the Ukrainian girl. She's Yeva Styankova, who is still 2nd behind Rafael. Rafael Kazbekova already completed the 5th boulder, and that's another top for her. So it's altogether 5 tops for Rafael Kazbekova, and she only gave away 1 try. 124.9 points from the possible 125.
Impressive.
That's quite a big
Meanwhile,
effort.
we also saw Adrian Katan from Austria on this black big volume wrestling boulder, and he actually looked pretty good on it. He was like trying out this way, trying out that way, when the holds seem absolutely terrible. But
Still has 50 seconds.
yeah, well, he nearly, I would say he nearly had that zone.
Yeah.
But he spent a bit too long thinking on it.
Yeah, he's still looking, I'm not sure if he's gonna give it a try, but probably yes. 35 seconds. He's choking up.
There is no thinking time left.
No. half a minute now. Last try for the Austrian guy. 25 seconds. Such a nice move that.
Yeah, beautiful, very aggressive heel hook, and then he
15
will
seconds.
hook on the other side. Will he control a zone? Come on.
10 seconds.
He just managed to control it and use it to move with it. Then he has the point. I think he might get it. Well,
probably. Next try.
yeah.
Next try he would have got it.
No, I mean to get the zone.
I mean, okay.
Because according to the newest rules, it's not enough to hold it, but you have to use the zone hold in order to change your position or do something with it, not just touch it. So, but I think we will see if he, yes, I think he got it. Because he jumped quite up, so I think he got the zone. With those 30 seconds to last. So this is what makes watching climbing exciting.
Exactly.
Something in 30 seconds can happen that changes everything.
Now he is in third position, Adrian Catan. First is still Bernat Munigitard, but he has completed one more boulder than all those behind him. Timotej Čermák is second, Adrian Catan third, and Toma Krum fourth in the moment. And that is number 8, who is Anna Erhardt from Austria. Austrian climbing team representing very strongly here in Hungary, of course, as always.
Our neighbors.
Yeah. Investing a lot in competition climbing as well and recreation climbing. They have a huge boulder centrum and Kletter centrum that they call in Innsbruck, and as I heard, they are going to still develop it, extend it.
Wow.
So
there is already World Cup in Innsbruck.
Yeah, but that Kletter centrum is absolutely overcrowded now. So many people coming there, as it's still getting popular there, and it was quite a big fall there. But they still feel that they need more space there. So
yeah, yes. I mean, climbing in Austria is a popular sport to begin with, but now I suppose everywhere since the Olympics, since it's so visible, it's exploded. And we have a top. It seemed quite a floaty, easy top for the Swiss competitor.
55.
For 55.
Oliver Huisman. And there you see Rafael Kazbekova, number 4.
And topping this one as well. Albeit this was not a flash, if I understand correctly. This happened a bit later. Maybe she's getting a bit more tired now, because there was a few tries going into this one.
That's Lili Fischer, number 30 from the Hungarian team. Now there's a slipping foot from Anna Erhardt, the Austrian girl. Still has 1 minute. Climbing up nicely, but that's probably the easier part of that boulder. Now she should try to get that black hold, and she gets it. But we switch to the other climber, who is 32, Giorgia Zanetti.
And I correct myself, Kazbekova did flash that boulder. She just spent more than 2 minutes on it.
And there's another nice top from the number 32, Giorgia Zanetti. Now Lili Fischer again from Hungary. Not figuring out the start of that boulder. And also
Daphne Dubois from Luxembourg.
She's also suffering now. Okay.
And we have our rotation.
So Rafael Kazbekova is in the lead. 1:49.5. that was then her fourth try, because she lost a few tenths of a second, tenths of points, because it was 0.9 before.
I see it as
I remember.
0.9.
No, you see it? I see as 49.5.
Okay, so mine is refreshing more slowly. So yeah, it does mean that she had several attempts. I was surprised at my at the scoreboard that I was seeing. I was like, wow, really, she spent more than 2 minutes there, and it was not more attempts, but it was okay.
But it's still 5 tops.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think we ought to watch her.
6 tops. Sorry.
6 tops.
Yeah.
6 tops.
6 out of 6.
So I imagine she's definitely through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's early to tell, but she also didn't lose too many attempts, and I doubt that many will be able to have 6 tops.
And her compatriot Yevastchenkova is also very, very strong. She has not competed on the 6 boulder yet, and on 5 boulders she has 124.4 points, which means that she topped out all of them with 6 tries. And now it's refreshing. Stchenkova did not top the last boulder, so there's the first separation between the two of them, 134.2. So that means she made the 10-point zone, probably for the second or third try, but it's still in second position. Well, so far it looks like Kazbekova will not only going to be through to the finals, but she is going to go to the finals in first position. Quite strong.
Yes.
Of course, still early days. Some other climbers are still coming up, but it's strong performance. And now we have 29, Virginia Bressolin from Italy. And there's number 5, Yevastchenkova.
Oh, that was really near.
Yeah, because the times is not still not up. I have said that she has not topped that route yet, but she still has more than a minute to do that.
Yes. And it's a bit of a jumpy one, so
yeah,
that's good time. And she is not wasting any. Already trying again.
Yeah,
and she stuck the top.
There you go.
There we go.
So
very quick learning process.
So not a big separation then.
Yes. Few 1.1, no?
we will see how much it will be in the end. 48.8 and 49.5. So almost 1 point difference. That's the number of tries that she had. She had to give it more than Kazbekova, but she topped out all boulders. Both of those girls. Okay, number 7, Neva Pirš from Slovenia, and there's your top.
Beautiful. Don't think we've seen that a lot on that boulder, no?
No. How tired she was.
Yes. I seem to have lost my connection, so it's up to you to say.
Okay. I'm doing my best.
Yes. You're doing amazing.
I'm trying. It's gonna be interesting how the lower ranked climbers are going to come up as they complete their 4th, 5th and 6th boulders, because we only have now Kazbekova and Stchenkova, the two who have completed all 6 boulders. So we'll still need to have some time to get a better picture of how things are evolving in the top 10, because of course that's what we are watching now, because the top 10 are going to go through to the finals for tomorrow. As we have stressed it out earlier, that's a very, very hard job making it from almost 50 climbers to the top 10.
It's amazing. And it is quite a close competition, I would say. Like, you don't see such a huge difference. It's not like some of them can't start at all a boulder while others are flashing everything. It's quite a close cut. But you can still see the top emerging.
There's Jenny Dora Halldórsdóttir, number 10 from Iceland.
With a heel hook solution, not many have been doing that.
Now comes the harder part.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. The part where you have to flip your body totally to the right side in order for that to hold you.
And in the same time jump high.
Yeah, the bottom part of that hold doesn't look promising at all. We have our barn dory move. Giorgia Zanetti from Italia. And she has already put her foot in a step, not in a heel. But here, the big challenge is to bring your knee over your ankle in order to be able to fully sit on the foot, and unless you can do that, you can easily just pop. We see a jam.
And also on the shorter boulder wall, we have Lili Fischer again in action, number 30 for the Hungarians. And it's nice to see more and more Hungarian climbers coming out from the community to cheer out for the young athletes.
Yes, Hungarians have woken up now. so there we see the knee, and if the knee could go above the ankle and to the left side, that's what we would want to see. But she seems a bit too much on the right side of that volume.
And her time is up, so...
And her time is up, so that's not going to happen.
No.
I can get a bit lost in technical details sometimes.
No problem.
Tell me to snap out of it if I go into too much detail.
How long have you been climbing, by the way?
8 years now.
8 years now.
I've been climbing
Okay,
8
cool.
years now. You?
Me? Never. No. Long time now.
Yeah.
I started when I was like 17.
Okay.
But then stopped and turned for the higher mountains.
Mm-hmm.
But no, not a really high level, so just recreational stuff.
Yeah. The majority of the climbing community, I suppose, when we discovered that we became too old to achieve anything, then we just.
I discovered it when I was 19. That I'm already late for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, the possibilities were much less than that time. But
yes, for sure.
If you had the resources, you had the time, the dedication, of course, you could go there. As many of my era climbers have proved.
Yeah.
That if you want, you can climb.
Yeah.
Well, I had other priorities then.
Yes. Yes. And I also think that, you know, for many of us, it's also a kind of lifestyle, kind of helps to determine where you go on vacation and things like this.
It's hard to climb in the sea.
Yes.
Of course, you can make deep water solo, but you have to find a place there. Not in the Maldives.
Nope. So that was Adela Bodanska that we saw for a moment. Czech competitor who just jumped up on our board.
Number 11, Adela Badanska. Yeah.
Yes, her zone put her on 7th place now. Because my internet seems to be back. Thank you for the tech, guys.
However, they do a huge job, the tech guys, really.
Yes, it's crazy.
What they have put, what they have put together here, technically, it's quite a big stuff. So, chapeau.
Chapeau,
as the French say. Because as we have already mentioned, this is the first such level international competition here in Hungary that we are organizing on behalf of the Hungarian Federation and IFSC as a joint venture. So this is the first such competition. Of course, last year we had the Olympic qualifier series, but that was a totally different organizational level. And of course, we took part in it, but not like hosts now.
Yes.
So this is
and we shared it with other sports as well.
Yeah.
So here this is a very historic event. And in the meantime, I think we saw for a second Gabriele Fisanotti from Italy trying this big black volumey, very hard boulder. Oppa, and he flips off.
Yeah. Some climbers already holding their shoulders.
Yeah. It is very, very easy to get injured in a competition like this. You're trying to push your limits, and sometimes it's hard to decide what is the still healthy pushing.
There's a top there.
Oh, we have a top from, I imagine that's, I think that's the Belgian team.
That's your guy in the yellow shirt.
Yes, but I didn't see the bib number.
Me neither.
In any case, he was proud. That's nice to see.
And he should be, because it was a good effort from him. So the next 4-minute session starts. And in the women's competition, still the two Ukrainians are leading the way, Rafael Kazbekova and Eva Stenkova. Third position in the moment is Karolina Gradaski from Italy, and Neva Pirš from Slovenia is fourth. Milena Kaseta from Serbia is fifth at the moment, but as I see, she is still having some boulders ahead that she has to complete. Number 12 is Eva Škrlec, and she used to be pretty far ahead with the others, with the two Ukrainians, after 3 boulders. Yeah, after 3 boulders, she only lost like 3/10 of points. 74-7. That means 3 tops for her with 2 flashes, as I remember. So we need to closely watch her progress with the next 3 boulders.
Her style reminds me of Jan Buckley, also Slovenian climber.
Yeah.
They have a similar movement.
It was very interesting to see Buckley also just jumping on the scene from practically nowhere in the World Cups.
From 1 second to the other, yes, absolutely. Very long spider-like climbing style.
Two minutes already gone. There's a nice try there. And the blue boulder but no top yet. Who was he? I haven't seen. So number 12 again, Eva Škrlec. We need to watch her progress very closely because she was among the top 3, top 4 after 3 boulders. Progressing very nicely.
Yes, quite determined, confident. She knows. She looks like she knows what she wants to do here. She's made the plan.
You could even say she is moving easily. As easily you can, of course, but...
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. And
she holds it.
Excellent.
Wow.
She helped with that right toe hook. That right toe hook saved everything.
Yeah.
Beautiful climbing.
That was on the edge.
Yes, yes. So we have seen already this solution from one other competitor. So basically there are 2 ways to top this boulder. Either you flow your body to the right side of the final hold.
And look at Leonardo Donala. No, he just fell.
Yeah.
I thought he's going to get it, but no, not yet.
But here we see.
Yeah, 63 is Zdenek Strach from Czech Republic.
Yes.
He has done the top. 34 is still Carolina Österlund from Denmark.
And for the top on that blue and green boulder of the men's, I think what we can see is that those climbers who can somehow tense their body in between the final hold and the big volume, rather than trying to hang on the final hold, which is a horrible hold, are the ones who manage to match it. Otherwise, it's basically impossible to match. You have to sort of squeeze yourself between.
Meanwhile, the next age categories are starting together. I have just seen one of the best Hungarian climbers in the under 19 category, Eszter Zsákai, is chatting with the other girls. Probably she's
one to watch.
Yeah, she's the one to watch from the Hungarian team this weekend. So Eva Škrlec is already 5th at the moment, but she's still like 2 boulders behind of the others. And number 13 is Marta Frost-Mullen from Great Britain. There she is. Leaning out a little to the left and then trying to get the next position. And now she should move to the right and doesn't stick the move.
Well, there was no toe hook on the right.
No, yeah.
Too bad.
So number 9, Faye Shields from Ireland. '11 is Adela Bodanska. 35. Milena Kaseta.
From Serbia.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't seen that before.
No.
Idea of using that large hold as a step.
And it didn't work for her this time.
We get to see a bit more in detail this boulder, this yellow one. We didn't have a chance to observe that well before. And looks like we're gonna have a top.
Nice. Frost-Mullen again.
Let's see if she discovers the toe hook now for the last hold.
Not really.
The right side, no, it doesn't look like it. for a little bit of like a climbing tip that also many well-known successful athletes are saying it's best to voila.
Oh,
It's best to imagine yourself not only just thinking, okay, I'm gonna catch this next hold, but to visualize the body position into which you will be arriving in order to control that hold. And if you try to think about that rather than just grasping, trying to touch it, you have more of a chance.
it's like playing snooker. You have to position the ball
Yeah,
for the next shot.
You have to position. You have to establish yourself.
'87, who is Spike Fullwood from Great Britain, and reaching out for the top.
Yes, and just with a few seconds to go, so
It looks like
good job.
it took out quite a bit of him.
Yes, yes.
So change over again, and 4 minutes are starting now. As we have said earlier, it's always 4 minutes for the boulder, 15 seconds for the change, and there's practically no observation time like in the World Cups. During the qualification, the guys have already seen the climbing videos, so they could observe what and how to do. Doesn't really make things much easier, as we see.
They have a clue of one possible beta.
Yeah. Number 14, we have Hungarian Eva Király again from Eger.
And from the guys, we also have Csanád Repcevölgyi on the other side.
And here's Eva Skrelec, number 12.
Oh, that was so close.
Eva Király almost topped it, and it probably would have been a flash.
Yeah, it was beautifully done. A bit more, if she fell a bit more towards the right, then it could have held her, this side pull.
Meanwhile, if I'm not mistaken, then Skrelec has made the top on her boulder, which has been her 5th boulder from 6 boulders. Because she has been congratulated and stepped away from the mat, so I think Eva Skrelec will sneak up again a little bit in the top 3.
Meanwhile, we have Csanád here, who is wrestling with this Group A first boulder, so it's his second rotation, I guess. Hop, and we have a top.
Nice. Csanád Repcevölgyi. Let's see where this puts him. There's Eva Király again. She was very close to topping out this boulder last time. She's the leading climber of her club in Eger. She's 16 years of age, climbing for 3.5 years.
Oh, she went with the left hand, which is not necessarily a bad idea, but I imagine that if you go with the left hand, you really have to press your right into the penultimate hold to kind of create a counter pressure.
And it's nice to see that she has only started the international competition last year in 2024. In Hungarian competitions, we have seen her since 2022. She's traveling to Budapest to train 2 times a week, which is from Eger, I don't know, 100 kilometers?
Yeah.
Something like that, like 1.5 hours surely.
Yeah, it's not
one
a
way.
short
No.
train ride.
Yeah. For many of the Hungarian climbers, it's hard to get a real close facility, which is good enough to train yourself for a high level. So there's Eva again, last try, 13 seconds. The time is not gonna be enough, I think. But she's giving her best.
Few seconds left.
Yeah.
Let's explode.
No.
No, it's over. She comes down.
Yeah, she didn't waste any more
Yeah.
hour
Yeah.
just to stick the move.
Yeah.
I think it was
Must have been hard to resist as well.
Yeah.
Even though smart decision,
Yeah.
power-wise.
Wise decision. Let's see how we stand in the men's side. Matteo Tranquilli has taken over the lead. 1:19.4 is his score at the moment. Leonardo Donola is second, and Timotej Čermak is third, with Adrian Katan also joined third position. And the Slovenian Lovro Tomažin is fifth at the moment, but he's still one boulder behind at least Tranquilli and Donola, so he might sneak up a little bit further in the rankings. And also Bernard Munier-Guitart, he's only done 4 boulders yet, so still early days for the men to call out any results. Let's see who's the best Hungarian. Attila Szász is in 19th place at the moment, but I think it's only from 2 boulders yet. How we stand with the girls. Kazbekova and Stienkova first and second. Skretz is third at the moment now, but she's still 1 boulder behind the 2 Ukrainian girls. So Eva Skretz will be again the one to watch. Then Gradaski and Kaseta joined 4th. Neva Pirš, the other Slovenian, is 6th in the moment. And who's the best Hungarian so far? Lili Fischer, 16th. With 64.4. So this should be a miracle for Lily to get in the top 10.
And Ethan Maxfield from Britain has just topped. Men's Group B Boulder 3. So I imagine that will be the end of his round there.
One and a half minutes still to go. Natersia Crisanto.
And we gonna, yes, we are seeing a top on the red women's group A Boulder 3 from the, I think, Italian competitor.
I think they're going to repeat it for us.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. And so far we've been watching Natersia Crisanto from the Portugal team. Making the moves, but the hardest part still ahead of her, but as I saw, she fell down, so there you have the number 87, Spike Fullwood from Great Britain.
Just before we saw Max Jakob from Switzerland.
Probably the last try for those athletes. 13 seconds to go. There goes Crisanto.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh, that was so
That was
close.
brave.
Yes. Could have
Almost.
been. It could have been.
Almost
Could have been.
nailed it.
That's just.
Okay, 4 minutes starting again. Next rotation. Huge Hungarian flag in the middle. Nice to see the fans coming out. And of course, we have Hungarian climbers in action. There you go, the number 88, who is Csanád Répszevölgyi, having topped out his last boulder. Now he's giving a try for this black one. Let's see what he can achieve. Number 16 is from the girls, Maja Juszczyńska from Poland. Trying different moves, but still not really getting higher. That right toe hook should be a good starting point, but she needs to find a bit more balance for next time. So Csanád is finding it really difficult to even start this boulder. Okay, and let's see Eva Király, the other Hungarian girl. Getting nice high up that yellow boulder. And there is the top hold, and now she's controlling it nicely. There's a nice top climb from Eva Király. She can be happy with that. Probably a little bit disappointed from the boulder before. But yeah, sometimes you reach the top, sometimes you don't. 38. She's Lola Ivaslavadza from Luxembourg. And there's the Danish climber, 67, who is Noah Nielsen in the red shirt. There you go. It's quite a physical boulder, that one, and he doesn't really reach near the top. And here's number 16, Juszczyńska from Poland, getting to the position from where she should progress pretty hard. "45 seconds to go. Let's see if somebody can still make a top out of this last 40 seconds. Number 63 is from the guys, Zdenek Strach, twisting his ankle a little bit when he's falling down, pumping himself up for the next try. And here's Juszczyńska again, last try probably. 15 seconds is a little bit too less to make a top out of that. 5 seconds, last desperate try, but she almost made it, but almost. That means no top for her. Let's see how we change. Now Kazbekova and Schenkova are in the first two places still, but third is now Milena Kaseta from Serbia, and Eva Škrelec is fourth from Karolina Gradaski and Andela Bodanska. But those girls still need to have at least one boulder to go. Another rotation has started. 3.5 minutes to go. Number 17 from the Czech Republic, Vanda Chaloupkova.
And she's not wasting a second.
No, not really. And there's a very good try on the left side, but couldn't stick the top move. If you hear the Hungarian version of Ali, that is Menjen.
Menjen. Adja ki. She has already discovered Oppa. That was so promising because she was already doing a toe hook before, and then I thought she was going to go with the toe hook method to top this one.
Now
And
there is another top from the number 68, who is Alessandro Sofia from Italy. And there's an Ukrainian climber on the men's side, 64, who is Timur Blinkov in the picture now. Quite an interesting coordinational boulder. Pretty complex. Big jump.
And
Can't stick the move.
yeah. It took most of those who topped it a few tries. And we have Hungarian competitor.
Yes.
Who is the magnet for the crowds again.
Nice try. That's Ferenc László Böröcki,
yes.
alias Ferko. Everybody who knows him. And now we can follow again Vanda Haloubková from the Czech Republic. Let's see if she finds out the right beta for this boulder. There's the toe hook.
A bit higher, we will need it. And
Yeah.
now she would place it back now, place it back now, place it back now. Yes, yes,
She's trying, but
yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. So,
Now.
oof, it's so hard. And this is how you can see, like, we've seen this done so fluidly before.
Yes.
And you would think based on that it's easy. And
Yeah.
this is when you can see, no, it's so not easy. As well, here as well, we've seen that move made to be looking easy, but
now the crowd is cheering again for Ferko, alias Ferenc Böröcki. He's progressing nicely, but yeah, loses it in the middle. And the time's up.
quick rotations. I apologize that I keep blowing my nose sometimes, but this is high pollen season in Hungary.
This is high magnesia season.
Yes, and also high chalk season. There are a lot of things in the air right now that can irritate you.
So on the men's side, we have Matteo Tranquilli leading from Leonardo Donala. Both of those guys have completed all 6 boulders and topped out 4 of them. And now we see another Hungarian girl, Lina Galambos, trying her luck on this boulder. Seems a little lost in the middle now.
Oh, but she found her pace.
Yes. She seemed a little bit short for that boulder. Now we see Eva Király again, and the other boulder. Another Hungarian. No! She was pretty close.
Yeah, that was so close.
Yeah. She seemed a little bit disappointed, but she was pretty close and she still has a lot of time. Yeah, she has to keep her composure. Theoretically, Eva Škrec could still jump to first position if she flashes the last boulder.
Oh, wow.
She's fourth at the moment, but she's one try behind all of three of the ahead of her. So,
And she has been doing really well, so
Yeah.
that's a possibility.
so let's see Eva, how she manages. Crowd screaming, and one hand still couldn't grab it.
There is still a minute and a half.
Yes,
It's still possible.
she's getting closer. I think she has it in her hand. Lena Galambos is also in action. But we follow Eva Kirai because she's probably the closest one to the top now from those who are trying. That's Eva. No, that's Lena Galambos, sorry. Yeah.
That's Eva. Oops. Yeah. After some attempts, you know, those jumps are becoming very tiresome.
Yeah. Here's Lena. Falling down. 65 was from the men's side, Filip Babatsev. There you go. Czech Republic, as I think. No, sorry, Serbia. "13 seconds to go." And probably the last try from Eva Kirai, but she couldn't really get to her high point anymore.
Yes.
So close but no cigar, as some say.
Yeah. Tranad Lipseveli was also struggling on this very powerful big volume boulder of the men's.
Eva Kirai is in 19th position and she still has one boulder to go. Lily Fischer is in 18th, ahead of her just. But Lily has already finished all her boulders. She has made one top. And Lily is so far the best Hungarian. But Eva could still get ahead of her. But for 10th position, 89.4, 64.2, it's unreachable. So it looks like from this session we are not going to see any Hungarian finalists.
We have things are happening so fast that by the time I find someone's name, they are not shown anymore. We're just switching from athlete to athlete so quickly. It's also, we don't also see many climbers from Estonia normally. So yeah, we have some nations represented now that are unusual in climbing competitions. It's pretty refreshing to see. I also feel like this year has been like this also on the adult circuit, because after the Olympics, a lot of the big names are taking a moment to climb outdoors or to rest out the competition cycle. So we've seen a lot of fresh new faces, both from the traditionally strong nations in climbing, but also from smaller nations.
Yeah, the number 19 was Eli Levin from Estonia. 15 is Natersia Crisanto, Portugal. There we see the Danish climber Seno Jensen, number 70. And there's an Italian guy, is also 68, Alessandro Sofia.
And the Swiss Max Jakob on the wrestling one.
And again, Ferko, alias Ferenc László Böröcki, number 91.
Seno Jensen grappling with men's Group B Boulder 1.
How much strength do you need for these moves there? It's quite a power move.
Yes, but then they gave them a knee bar to rest, so it's really nice.
Of course.
And let's see, and he finds
There's the top.
Oh, really? Well, I'm being notified that we can be heard now, or yeah.
That's always nice.
Yes, until now.
Not to talk to ourselves.
Yeah, no, I mean, until now only people at home in front of their screens could hear us,
Yeah.
but now we can be heard here as well.
Half a minute to go. Last tries are coming. That's Sofia from Italy.
Alessandro Sofia is grappling. What? No, yes.
Oh.
Those last seconds remain unexploited.
So 15 seconds changeover again for the next 4 minutes.
And the crowd is starting to arrive.
Yes.
I feel like we're starting to fill up this space. And the chalk saturation is definitely going up as well.
Yes.
I've started this day with just like some gray on my hair. I will leave completely grey.
Yeah, we're gonna be leaving the white out.
Yes. Okay.
Number 20.
Yes.
Mia Gallagher from Great Britain.
Oh, that was just a little undercommitted. Oh, and we see Lena doing proper crack technique.
Yes. Probably watching Adamondra videos
Yes.
in the past.
There is some jamming, and we see two Hungarian competitors next to one another. A rare sight for
Yeah.
us.
It's Eszter Kardos-Kósa, number 42.
To put the foot high up. That high step seems really challenging there.
Yeah, that's an overhanging wall part, and you need to try to get yourself above it somehow, but it's a pretty hard move. Here's Mia.
And we have the toe hook in. Oh, and we have finally the top. We have seen a good struggle there. I don't think that she had to make too many attempts for that.
I think it was her third try,
Third try,
probably.
yeah. So that was Mia Gallagher from Great Britain, topping out on women's B Boulder 1.
And that was a nice effort from Noah Nielsen from Denmark, almost reaching the top hold, but couldn't control it. Still has 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. Nice hand jam for the crack.
Let's see if the high step happens this time. She's trying to do it with a bit of momentum to carry up the foot so high. And she's trying to put a heel.
Yeah, on that really tiny crimp there. Couldn't stick it.
But very, very honest tries.
Yes. Now, Nielsen again. Couldn't start this time.
Each try can take out a lot from the athlete. So one is trying to be strategic, not to do too many tries, not only because it matters for the points, but also because it matters for the tiredness.
Yes. Half a minute to go, probably a last chance, and he sticks it.
Very nice.
That was a great move from Nielsen from Denmark. Noah Nielsen. There we see the number 40 from Spain, Abril Farus Soriano.
Some last desperate attempts here. A few seconds to go. And rotation.
Yeah. So let's see how we are standing at the moment. Oops, I lost my connection. But never mind.
Furious brushing starts. Now I imagine if even on the table is so much chalk, I can only imagine how filled up the holes are by now.
Tina Bobnar from Slovenia, number 43. Trying to get over that overhang, but just slipping down with the left foot. Now 21. She's Phoebe Cook from Great Britain.
Oppa, that was a foot pop, unfortunate.
Nice to see some expedition climbers coming out to see the competition climbers.
Yeah, nice. Oof, that's unpleasant foot pop there as well.
Wow, that was a nice move.
What happened?
A top.
A top happened?
Yeah, in the corner of my right eye.
Ah.
I think they're going to repeat it for us, I'm sure.
I really hope so.
I think it was one of the Swiss climbers probably, but we'll need to double check that.
Now, who we see is Samuel Garbo from Bulgaria with bib 93, cleaning the black boulder. To the left. With 70, Sano Jensen from Denmark. Hop, trying to stick that big jump. And
68 is Alessandro Sofia from Italy.
And he's stopping it.
Nice.
That one seems like one of the more toppable boulders,
Yes.
let's say.
It was a very confident move from Sofia.
Yes. Most of the competitors seem to stick that move after a few tries. This is already a generation that is super used to such type of dynamic moves.
Yeah.
Even arriving into, well, you could call that a crimp, but it's quite an in-cut, quite a deep hold, finger pocket. So once they have it, they stick it.
So Phoebe Cook now, again, from Great Britain. And the time's up again. "15 seconds changeover." And we will see again Eszter Kardos-Kósa, number 42 for the Hungarians. Brushing already the volumes for herself. And number 18, Lena Galambos, also in action. And also seeing Mia Gallagher on the left side, far left side. 22 is Emma Kaluskova from Slovakia. Two and a half minutes to go. Let's see if anyone gets closer to top now.
Do you have a favorite boulder so far?
Not really. I'm just trying to live with the action and see who is doing really
Exceptionally.
yeah, nice moves.
Yeah. Wow. That was a big
Yeah. One and a half minutes.
So this round doesn't seem extremely successful.
No. Probably the guys are also getting tired slowly.
Yes, for sure. I think that we are towards the end of the field because all the boulder ones are empty. So rotations are running out now. Oh,
That was close.
Really close.
That was so close.
There are still 40 seconds to go, so maybe.
Yeah, that was Lena Galambos. And 42 is Eszter Kardos-Kósa. "20 seconds, last try for Lena."
Oh, too bad.
Yeah,
Too bad. That was really, really
she's
close.
still trying. Very committed. But 5 seconds is nothing. Now, come on. She's still going for it.
That's one to see.
She deserves the applause.
Yes.
Virtually.
Yes. And I think there was just some natural curiosity there as well. Like,
Yeah.
could I?
Yes.
Could I?
And I believe for the next try she might have done it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the limitation of the time. It's pretty new that in lead climbing, in sport climbing, there is also a time limit. There didn't used to be for competitions, and it changed things quite a bit because lead climbers tend to have a lot of endurance and they like to think things, and you can't make a mistake there and fall and try again. So it is forcing them to climb quicker and basically forcing them to make mistakes sometimes as well.
So number 23, Imogen Lilly from Great Britain. And there's the Swiss team in action.
Wow. That seems like a flash.
Yeah, Moreno Ghilardi.
I assume from the Italian part.
Yeah. Yeah, Ticino is having some really good places to go climbing. That part of Switzerland.
For sure.
21, Phoebe Cook. 45. Haven't seen too much of her yet. Ida Christovskova from Bulgaria.
Wow. It was an unfortunate pop. The thing is with these volumes that are becoming larger and larger with every competition is that they're a bit dangerous for falls sometimes, and I think here there was a very near hitting of her chin to the volume just on her way down, so sometimes it's a bit scary to see.
Yeah. So let's see how Slovenia is getting along. Tina Bodnar, 43, and now again Christovskova.
Yes, and she understood well that it's better to put the tip of the toe rather than the heel at this point. Oh,
Oh.
she switches it back, but
Yeah,
we
because it's
already know that
uncomfortable.
it fits. it will flip off. There we go with the mini side knee bar. So quite a wrestle there. Heel hook this time. Take it to a toe. Beautiful demonstration of variety of techniques here.
Yeah, but now the hard part, and she couldn't
Yes,
reach the upper part.
that point, ran out of it.
Eli Levin from Estonia. Half a minute to go for her.
She has a bit of tape on the right shoulder. What stands out to me as a big difference in youth comps compared to the adults is that there is much less injury at this stage because they recover much quicker. So it's rare to see someone taped up.
Now Christoskova is getting over that part. 2 seconds, come on!
And that's a top.
Wow.
Will she get it within the time?
Didn't look like
Didn't
she
look
was
like
given
it,
it, but
yes.
she was claiming it, but when she fell down, it looked like
Yeah.
she didn't get it.
We will see, we'll see. Judges' decisions can also be challenged by teams. In fact, this is a kind of new system, and to me it's a bit foreign to climbing, that you can also challenge the tops of members of another team if you don't believe it was done correctly, or if you think the start was incorrect, or the zone hold was not controlled and used, and so on. You can make appeals now.
Yeah, I think it's probably more sympathetic to challenge your own
Yes.
achievements.
Yes, well, recently I was surprised to hear in quite a few competitions. I suppose this is because it's getting very sharp, the competition, because it's getting so close, the level is so extremely high that, that even appealing other people's zones and tops became a thing.
Nice try from number 71, Šimon Jakubec from Slovakia. And 24 is Lynn Robichon from the Netherlands.
And that's a true struggle, but will she find a position in which she can match that?
That's a good try. That's a very good try, but probably
Was
not
that-
given.
Yeah, that didn't seem controlled.
No.
Wow.
But damn, she was close.
Yeah, she was so close. She was so close. A bit more of the center of gravity to the right and she would have got it.
Yeah. So 2:15 on the clock. Number 20 again, Mia Gallagher from Great Britain.
Boom.
And again Jakobec, the number 71 from Slovakia.
You can see again the speed of learning. We have seen the previous attempt by him, which was sliding too far right, and his second attempt was already great. And now we saw an attempt on the top, and I would place a bet that now he learned a lot from that attempt, and well, we will see. Minute and a half to go.
We also have a Hungarian guy on the shorter wall.
Yes. But we have a top attempt here at just not at women's boulder 3. Oh yeah, I see in the wrestling one.
Yes, Alex Haidu is trying his best on this boulder. Still has a little bit less than a minute to go.
Very few even manage the zone on this boulder.
Then we also have a climber from Austria, number 44. She is Marie-Sophie Mailänder aus Österreich.
And she's...
And Mia Gallagher almost
Oh.
reaches. The last half a minute. Now let's see, what can Lynn Robichon do on this volume? She's pretty close to the top hold.
Can
She
she
needs
place
to switch
herself
now.
on the right? Ay, ay, ay.
Another 4 minutes gone.
So that's empty now. Few of the boulders here. I have no more competitors to go in this age group.
Number 23 is Imogen Lilly. 45 is Ida Christoskova from Bulgaria. And 95 is from Switzerland, Moreno Gilardi. And 21 is Phoebe Cook. Jumping away.
Wow, it didn't seem like a nice landing
No.
for her ankle.
A little bit twisted ankle.
Yeah. Arriving down on the mat wrong is one of the risks of this sport.
Then we see number 72, Andrea Locatelli from Italy. Nice jump, but couldn't go on. In the men's competition, we still have Matteo Tranquilli in the lead, ahead of Leonardo Donola. So 2 Italians, then Timotej Cermak in the 3rd place, joined with Adrian Catan. In the men's competition, 4 tops of 6 boulders were the most that we have seen today.
That's an interesting idea to start the boulder from solo.
Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile on the crack we see a nice progression. Oppa. I just heard that on this crack it's not allowed to wear crack gloves apparently, but taping is allowed. So there was a bit of a debate around that because some competitors did have some tape on them and others were asking whether that's not out of the rules, but apparently it's not. So taping is allowed, but gloves are not for the crack.
It's better to lose the tape than your skin.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Big wall style. Last minute starting now. Philip Cook getting some more chalk. Getting ready for the next start for her. And 45 still Ida Christoskova from Bulgaria.
It's a very, very beautiful, well-learned movement by this point.
Oh,
yeah.
was pretty close. Half a
30
minute.
seconds left to go.
23, Imogen Lilly.
Will she? Oh,
Yes, she does.
great difference.
What a
very
nice
happy.
top. Yeah,
Beautiful, solid top.
great finish. And now the Polish girl, Zuzanna Lubi from,
It's already flipped
yeah,
the hook.
3
Yeah.
seconds.
With those few seconds left to go.
Time's up. So in the women's competition, we still have Rafael Kazbekova in the lead with 6 tops and 5 flashes. Jeva Stjankova is second. Eva Škrlec from Slovenia is third. Milena Kaseta fourth in the moment. Also 5 tops from Milena. Karolina Gradaski fifth, joined with Adela Bodanska from the Czech Republic. 7th is Neva Pirš from Slovenia. 8th is Ida Christoskova. So she still had a great try. Faye Shields is 9th and Leonora Lucarelli is 10th at the moment. There's quite a big difference in the number of tops in the second half of the top 10, because Lucarelli has reached 2 tops, Faye Shields 3 tops, Christoskova 4 tops. Also Neva Pirš 4 tops and Bodanska 4 tops. So it's quite a big separation in the second part of the top 10. So next 4 minutes starts. Already 1 minute gone. 46 is Iveta Mamojkova from Slovakia.
And for now at the men's there is a shared 10th place, which will surely change until the end of this round, but it would be interesting to see what happens because 10 can get through to the finals.
Yes.
So now we are seeing these last little adjustments, things to figure out still in the points system in competitive climbing.
Mara Matutinovic, number 48 for Croatia.
We're seeing the true struggle of this point which we mentioned before, where the knee has to go over the ankle and to the left side, and she was stuck in this position. We sometimes say it like you have to fish yourself onto the foothold, so it's not enough to step it, you sort of have to like fish for it.
Yeah. I'm going to be curious what Mara Matutinovic can do, because she has topped out the 3 first boulders and flashed all 3. Emma Kaluskova, number 22 for Slovakia. One and a half minutes to go. That's Mara Matutinovic, number 48, with the red shirt. struggling pretty hard to get over that.
Yes, pushing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the knee. Okay, little technical thing. I think she is stepping it too much with the inner edge of her shoe. She's not able to properly fish herself onto it, unfortunately.
Iveta Mamajková again, number 46, blue shirt, Slovakia.
So for those not used to watching bouldering competitions, with the little tapes that we have there, it indicates how many limbs have to be for the starting position on each of the holds. So that's why she was touching back with both of her feet on the bottom hold, because both of her feet have to touch that in order for the start to be considered valid. So she can't just like let the right foot, exactly, you see a little tap, and
Yep.
that's how they go.
Because if you don't touch the start hold, then you're not going to be allowed to
Exactly.
climb again.
Or if you keep climbing, then it's just not going to be a valid attempt.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the most disappointing moment
Yeah.
to figure out.
So time's up.
Time's up, and we're having less and less people in the room and on the walls as well before we are rounding off the U17.
Number 47 is Zuzana Lubi from Poland.
Yeah, this was a bit of a heavy try, so she will have to fly a bit higher in order to get this coordination.
And there's the other competitor, who is Imogen Lilly from Great Britain.
So only these two competitors left from this round. Both boulders have a bit of a similar movement to start, just in an opposite direction. One has to do a leg stick out jump to the right and one to the left. And
Nice one.
successful.
Now we could use some cheers for Imogen Lilly. Come on, guys, come on.
Yes. Come on.
She's performing for you then.
Wow. But there are still 2 minutes to go, so everyone, you can go there and cheer now. She can stick it.
So let's see how Zuzana is doing. Still has 1 minute 38 seconds. Come on, guys, give it up for Zuzana Lubi. Come on.
Hop. And here we're gonna have the next time top attempt. Allez!
Yes!
Nice.
There you go.
You see, the athletes need your encouragement.
So Zuzana Lubi, come on. 1 minute to go.
Let's go for it. Let's believe it. It is a very good idea, many competitors say, to focus on the foot in this kind of movement. And she is doing that, but maybe the hand wants to follow a bit sooner.
It's
That
quite
was
hard.
really, really close again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's coordination.
Something which I'm absolutely not good at. So
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't try it.
I'm not a coordination climber. Static all the way. But this is a new generation and a new style. That was a good effort in any case. She didn't give up.
Let's give it up for Susanna Luby. Come on. That was a nice try.
And I think we got to the end of our circle. Or there is more? Ah, there is. Ah, sorry.
Okay, number 48, Mara Matutinovic.
Yes, we will have our last climbers out for this round.
And Mara is fighting to get into the top 10 and she still has a chance. So this is going for the final. Yeah, the start of this boulder is a little bit messy for some. It's hard to figure out.
Yeah, I also think.
Oh, nice.
Well done. I also think some climbers, it's just really their style to figure out quickly these coordination moves, and some not. Wow, she was cruising through there.
Yeah.
She seemed nearly, almost she surprised herself maybe.
But she still has a lot of time to have another try. And I'm sure she has the strength. 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Mara is 12th at the moment. But is very close to top 10.
So this could make the difference about getting into finals or not.
Now it's Leonora Lucarelli in 10th position. So she's on the verge of falling out from the top 10. Should Mara able to stick this boulder. And I hope my computer is in the freshest mood.
Well, as far as I can see it, it's filled with chalk.
Yeah. So next try for Mara Matutinovic. Come on, guys, give it up for Mara Matutinovic. Let's cheer for her a little bit more.
Come on. Ali, Mara, nice. Come on. Come on, come on.
There you go. Come on.
That was a beautiful
Nice
top.
one.
Beautiful top. You can often witness this, that the body moves itself in the way that it's most logical for it, and sometimes the climber just has to respect that.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, my left foot wanted to go out now, so it should be there probably. It will help me to stay in the wall. Instead of just executing what you imagined in advance, you sometimes just have to go with it. And we have only one athlete left on the walls now. Is that Lynn Robichon? Robichon?
Robichon?
Robichon? Come on. So I believe that's the end of our round, isn't it? No.
Yeah, it looks like.
Oh, someone is running. No, I think it's the end of our round for U17. Is that right? So we're supposed to have our results now for who got into the finals.
And either my computer was not refreshing enough, so Mara is still outside of the top 10. But what I'm sure about is that it's the two Ukrainians in the lead.
Yes.
Rafaelka Zbekova and Yeva Stenkova.
The Slovenian Eva Škrilec follows. Mirena Kaseta from Serbia. Ida Hristokova, Bulgaria. Karina Gradasci,
Yeah.
Gradasci, Italian. Adela Wodanska, Neva Pirš, and the 2-9 shared place who will go on to the final are Tina Bobnar and Marie-Sophie Mailander from Austria. And you want to say the boys?
Yeah, sure, if I find them. Let's see. According to my calculations, Matteo Tranquilli has won this round and goes in first place to the finals. Leonardo Donala, his compatriot, is second. And then we have Timotej Čermak from the Czech Republic in third place. Adrian Katan joined third place from Austria. Then we have Lovro Tomažin from Slovenia, fifth position. Matej Rajšek, also from Slovenia, sixth position. Or seventh position, sorry. Toma Krum from Great Britain is eighth on this list. Iker Garcia Pereira is ninth from Spain, and Bernat Munier Guttert, also from Spain, is top 10. And I hope this is the freshest list that we had, because the connection wasn't.
I have the same. Yeah,
the same.
I
Okay.
have the same. Well, let's hope that we.
All right.
We have the latest information.
Let's see the Hungarians, because of course it's very interesting for the locals. Let's see where those guys are. Attila Szász was the best of the Hungarian guys in 24th position. Then we have Csanád Répcevölgyi in 30th place. Leon Fürstner 34th. Ferko alias Ferenc László Böröcki 36. And is there anybody else? Alex Haidu 41. And how close were the girls for the final? Let's see. Lili Fischer was the best Hungarian girl, 23. 24th was Eva Király. Léna Galambos, number 37. Kata Domahidi, 41. Eszter Kardos-Kósa, 44. And that's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I believe that the U19 will start at 3:30.
Yes. According to the starting list, absolutely.
Yes.
Which means, are we going to have a break or not?
I hope so. I'm hungry.
Who's hungry? Hands up.
Yes, everyone who is hungry, here and at home, now is your time to grab your lunch.
Yeah.
Have a little nap maybe, or jump on the boulders a bit if you want to try. And then we're coming back in the afternoon for the U19 qualification round.
So thank you everybody for watching. Keep yourself posted. Have some refreshments, and we'll see you again next time.
In a few hours.
3:30. Yes. Cheers. See you later.
Look at this. Look how covered it is. It's like I touched it. Yeah.
My God.
It's like completely covered. So this, I don't know. Like we need to take it to the. Igen, fújó, basszantja meg, ugye. I have a lot that I can pick up from the so I will. No, I don't know. It's outside. Yeah. We go outside now. We have a lunch together. No?
Two. Quarter past. Quarter past. Yeah, quarter past one. Yeah, at the technical room, so we can sit down. Will be some. No, everyone will be there. You want to join? It's we are talking about the regular stuff. We were interested. And Betty, you're good? Maybe for us, so yes, 24 minutes. I will catch you up. Let's meet the front of the